because to them they're the same, but if you're able to see that they're different and you have full confidence that you're going with energy to the solving the problem, then you, at least now I don't have those issues of that I'm doing something wrong. I'm actually, it's what's needed in order to do that. And one of the other things I've seen is that you started doing this towards, you started taking more space and you started getting closer, which was a massive shift from hiding behind the, what is that thing called? The pedestal? Or what is that? The podium. Yeah. And occasionally you would look at me in the eye. Now, but then you would break eye contact to think what you were saying. These guys, they're staring at your soul and they keep asking questions. How long have you been doing? What's it going to take? What if you don't stop? And that's when you start dropping in. It's very uncomfortable. Even me, that I was sharing with somebody that through dancing on my journey, the biggest breakthrough I had was holding eye contact with myself. And now I feel like I'm me. But if that, they say the eyes are the window to the soul. So I would say whether you're doing one-on-one or even when you're there, connect with each person, and that'll give you feedback. Yep, I'm completely good.
Exactly. It's like if you come home to your house and like all your friends and family there are sitting in a circle and like, we're having an intervention. You've been doing too much cocaine, right? Is that confrontation bad for you, or are they trying to help you? Exactly. So we do the same thing for our prospects. So just to, I know some of you are still thinking like, but what is my offer still? What is my offer still? Think about these 4 categories. You got health, wealth, relationship, and purpose, right? Health, wealth, relationship, and purpose. These are the things that will give you the big emotional breaks with people, right? If you solve any other type of problem, like it might be a more B2B technical thing, but then you're going to know exactly what that is. So Brett, this applies to you, but for most of the room, it should be health, wealth, relationship, or higher purpose.
I mean, even B2B technical things is actually just wealth, but it's a more technical decision. Like, oh, have you done this? Like when Josh closes dentists for a lot of money, and it's like they're just asked. Well, first you have to get him to do it, right? But they're like, is this actually going to work? And when a dentist office is convinced that it's actually going to work, and then you've done it like hundreds of times, how likely are they to pay you?
Yeah, very likely. But the biggest thing is actually kicking down the walls of like, oh, we don't need to do this, right? It's like, hey, do you have a sales script? No, we don't. Do you think you'd make more money if you had a sales script? Yeah. Okay, that sounds dumb, right? Like we need to do something about this, right? So we're still hitting on those emotional lines, right? It's like, okay, you haven't done this thing that you actually think will give you the results, right? Like, I don't know. Does anyone review your consult recordings to see how you can improve? No. Okay, if somebody did, would you make more money? Yes. Okay, do you hate money? Do you want to make more money? Like, because you're telling me you know all this stuff that you could do that would make your practice more money. And then what inevitably happens is, look, dude, I understand all this stuff. I feel like I want to make more money. I just don't have the time. Oh, guess what? I sell time. Pay me, right? Now, that's a little bit more technical. It doesn't necessarily go down to the like, are you going to feel like you completely lost your purpose and be internally depressed 10 years from now, right? It doesn't have to go to that level because it's a business, right? But for most of these things, so health, wealth, relationship, purpose, you want to take people there, right? To actually see that. But it's the same principle no matter what you're selling. So for those of you who are thinking, hey, I don't know what my offer is yet, find out something you can do that relates to one of those. Yeah. You could do a get in shape offer, right? You're going to do a higher purpose thing, right? You're probably going to do how salsa can get you relationships. Maybe, right? Maybe you want to take the health aspect of it. But that you can sell for way more than just learn how to dance online.
Yeah, because when you're selling something that like everybody else is doing, you're selling a commodity, right? So when homie is like, hey, do you want some rape? It's like, okay, maybe I do. Like Josh loves rape. I'm more sold now that I did it with him. But he wants some rape. For me, I'm like, For what? How do you guys feel? Who wants some rape? Raise your hand. It's like it's snuff tobacco. It's gonna feel like you lit a fire in your fucking nose. Who wants it? I'll do it. Yeah, you'll do it. Yeah, it's like, is that right? Yeah. Okay, pretty much. Yeah. No, just one much. So who wants some rape? Right? Who? Raise your hand if you want some rape right now. We're not doing it right now, but if you raise your hand, you could actually get rape at the end of the session. Raise your hand, literally. Everybody who wants rape, raise your hand. Okay, cool. Okay. And the people that don't want rape, why don't you want it?
I don't fuck with tobacco. It took me a long time to quit it, and I'm not touching
Okay, good for you. How about you?
I've never smoked, and homie just told me about poison. in
Okay,
this.
well listen. All right, bro. So honestly, you're really on the path right now. Listen to this. You're really on the path right now. I see that in you. You're really spiritually evolving, but I can tell you have some anxious attachments that are preventing you from getting to your highest destiny. Do you think that's true?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably true. Okay. You know how people remove those?
How?
Rape.
Rape.
So this guy, most rape people they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're weirdos, but this guy is the right kind of weirdo. He's trained in the Amazon by some of the most powerful people. So you could wonder what it's like to go and live with all these anxious attachments for the rest of your life. Maybe you have to pay me hundreds or thousands of dollars to remove them. Or today, if you just go to the end of the session, you could do rape with him. And I'll tell you from my personal experience, now do you believe I've been around a lot of powerful people?
Yeah.
Do you believe I have good discernment with that?
Yeah.
He's one of them. So you can trust him to go do a rape session with you. It's going to hurt. It will hurt. I guarantee that as well. That it will be painful. You still going to do it?
Yeah. I'm not.
Be honest, bro. No, you don't. What do you mean? This is a one-time offer. If you don't do it now, he's going to charge you. What do you want, dude? It's going to hurt. And it'll let you release all of the toxins and the parasites, the spiritual entities, be cleansed. It'll be totally clear.
Wait, it really does it?
Yeah.
Does it really do that, Alex?
Well, yeah, it's sacred. It's a sacred version of tobacco that's grown with intention and prayer, and it's a relationship with the medicine in a way where it's healing to you. Versus like cigarettes, for example, the plant becomes harmful when it's commoditized because of the intent. You're trying to take from the plant, so it's going to take from you. And that's the concept behind working with certain medicines in different ways with different intentions.
How long is the process of taking rape?
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe I'll change my mind.
Yeah, I would say personally, unless you're a masochist,
Apply and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless you're a masochist, I would find it hard to be addicted, personally.
I may do that.
I love you. Yeah, we did it.
I can also say that the tobacco industry, there's a lot of things that invert sacred holiness.
Yeah.
And the tobacco industry took the sacred plant and they stripped it down to its one property of addiction. And they combined it with chemicals that cause the cancer. The actual native traditional tobacco plant does the literal opposite. It purges the body of toxins. The tobacco industry took a healing plant and they implanted the toxins into it. They completely,
Yeah, they inverted it.
they
Yeah.
inverted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
By modifying it and introducing greed into the process,
Yeah.
turning it into money. So it's like it's taking from the earth and then it's taking from your health.
Well, you know something we're all learning, I think we're all learning this, that these systems were put in place so that we forget who we truly are. And so to take everything that is powerful out of the plant and just sell us the toxin, what does that accomplish?
Yeah. For sure. So you guys more sold on doing rape now?
That's
I
what
think
I'm
this he kind of addressed like it's again.
Objection handle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Objection handling. Cool. So we got 2 more people for the rape ceremony. And he's accepting donations. So, put it up. Right? So you guys seeing a little bit more about how it's not actually the product, it's the benefit. If I was like, who wants to feel a burning pain in their sinuses for 5 minutes? Who wants that?
But this is a perfect moment because with this opportunity to empower the people that we're selling, we are hopefully forcing them to confront pain that they've been avoiding.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll tell you yesterday when
And there's fear involved in that confrontation with pain because it's, well, fuck, I don't want to feel pain. But I mean, pain is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for growth. Like pain is our best teacher. The most painful experiences in life are when we shift, when we receive the strongest lessons. So, you know, I've learned to just love pain, but I'm fucking crazy.
So, and here's the big key. I love that Alex is touching on this, is that the moment you get the pain of their situation to exceed the pain of solution, the sale will happen, right? Like if you're like, guys are like, oh, 5 minutes of pain in my sinuses, that sucks. You're like 5 years of being trapped in these negative patterns, that sucks more. The moment it feels like my problem is more painful than my solution, they go for it. Same thing with spending the money, right? Oh, the pain of my problem is more painful than seeing $5,000 leave my bank account or seeing $10,000 leave my bank account. The moment that pain exceeds the pain of pulling out your wallet, getting out your card, and running it, because no one likes to see money leave their account. But the moment that pain is in excess of that, then they take action. That's what.
Oh, yeah. No, keep going, Josh.
That's why there's some people that are really, really easy to sell and some people that are not, because they're really, really associated with the pain of their problems and they don't feel a lot of pain around spending money. And some people, it's the other way. So depending on how much it takes, you have to increase the amount of deep dive you do into that person, right? Like Alex, I think you bought pretty easily because you don't have much like your relationship with pain is really, really good. Right?
Yeah, and I came here super inspired. And again, like, yeah, I've been around powerful people as well. And like to be here with you guys is such a blessing. And I see it truly as an opportunity.
Yes, bro.
Fucking to grow. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And then so yeah, spending the money, there was no pain. It was like it was joyful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. The more you guys can recondition yourself, as I was saying, I've drained my bank account. I don't even know how many times since being out here. Every single time I make more money. So the more you can stop living in scarcity, because what's happening if you feel bad when you're running your card for like a couple grand? What's actually going on?
You're imprinting emotion into like letting things flow.
Yes, exactly. You're going and creating the imprint of scarcity in your nervous system. You're saying, no, I'm not worthy. I'm not going to make more money. I'll tell you from experience, I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
How much money do you think I made? A little bit. I survived. Now I thrive. Right? That's the difference. That's the difference. Do we want to survive or want to thrive? Exactly. Because really, when we live in abundance, we're just like the people that print the money. It's free.
Yeah.
We assign our own value to things. The only reason the dollar is valuable is because they put a lot of energy into saying that it's valuable. You got the military, you got the government, you got the economy, you got trade agreements, you got all that shit. Right? They've said, oh, this is valuable because if it's not, we're gonna like blow you up. It's a pretty good it's a pretty good offer, right? Accept our dollars or get blown up. Like, all right, I'll take them.
It's literally a game mentality.
Yeah, for sure. Literally.
And the energy, like this is why having negative feelings towards spending money stops you from making more, because it's all resistance to energy. If I have a copper wire, how well does it conduct electricity? Really, really well. Does that copper wire care if the electricity flows this way or flows that way? No, it doesn't. If I have a piece of rubber, how well does it conduct electricity? It doesn't. It's like one of the best insulators in the world. So if you're insulating your psychology from spending money, from the movement of energy, what are you also doing?
Stopping the flow.
You're stopping yourself from receiving the money, because energy is just energy, right? It doesn't care about which direction. Electrons don't care about if they're moving this way or that way. So that's why you have to break over those resistances. And you do that with your prospects by getting them more associated to their pain than they are the pain of spending money. Just like if I have a piece of rubber, if I put enough voltage on one side, it will blast through. Might be a little bit explosive, but enough energy will penetrate, right? So you always have to be thinking, how do I make sure I increase the energy on one side of the equation to overcome any resistance to movement?
There we go. So who here feels way more clear about sales now? Raise your hand. Who has any questions on sales before we wrap up? Cool, we're clear. Health, yeah. All right. So who here needs more clarity on offers? I think that's a lot of us, right? Don't be shy. Actually, don't be shy because like we haven't actually taught you very much about offers. To be honest with you, we have not taught you that much. We taught you a little bit, not taught you that much. Who actually, now that we're being honest with each other, who actually feels like they want more help with offers? Come on, yeah, all of you, right? Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, this is like the secret offer formula for how to make a really great offer. Josh, feel free to add to it if you feel like I'm missing anything out. Get X result that they want. Achieve desire in time frame without thing that they don't want to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So achieve desire in time frame without thing that you don't want to do. So for example, my one-on-one 10K offer is learn to make $10,000 or make $10,000 a month in 6 months without doing things that you don't want to do. Without going and needing to spend time editing, without going and needing to go and do bullshit admin work because I teach you Claude Code, without going and needing to, well, go and edit videos, to go and do things that you don't like, with just yapping. Purely yapping will make you $10,000 a month or more if you follow the system. You have to go and have a good offer as well. You actually have to be able to help people, right? So ultimately, is that would all of you like to go and make 10,000? Raise your hand if you'd like to make $10,000 a month by yapping, right? So are you likely to buy my offer? It's going up in price after today. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to sell you yet, but just saying it is going to be 15K very shortly, maybe tomorrow, not today, maybe tomorrow. Okay. So what I want you guys to all think about, I'm going to go out and replenish my energy for a little bit, eat some smoked salmon. Josh is going to go help you with some like offer creation if you have any questions. I want all of you to think about what result, what desire can you help people achieve, right? Because the method really isn't that important. Do you guys see why the method is really not as important as we thought? We figure out what do they want, and then we help them get there. Do we think most people know sort of what they want when they go and like they know how to get what they want? They're just stopping themselves. Does anybody like feel that way with what they want? They kind of know what to do, they think? Right? So what's actually stopping people?
More confidence in that direction.
Yeah, it's the confidence.
Clarity sometimes.
Yeah, it's the clarity, confidence, and direction.
Systems around like the steps required.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what's one of the biggest values of this is like the formulas and the systems. Like this is the step. Like,
Exactly. Like, are you guys way more clear?
formula.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, because it's important to remember that really we figure out what result have we achieved in our life, right? So for everybody that like raised your hand that wants more help with offers, think about what result have I achieved in my life that I wish I had achieved sooner. For me, it would have been really great if when I was learning from all these really powerful shamans, studying all this magic, if I'd been posting on TikTok, I would certainly be a millionaire by now. Coming pretty darn fast at this point because I have my mindset right. I have my systems right. However, if I had been doing that 10 years ago, when I first started learning about magic, I would literally be ridiculously rich right now. So even if it took me 5 years, if I could figure out all this offer shit, I'd have probably hundreds of thousands of followers instead of just 100,000, probably a million. I would go and have already just made money from a lot of different things. I would just be absolutely printing. I know that, right? So it would have been cool if I did that earlier. However, we don't get to time travel, at least not in the way where we could actually change our past decisions. We can change our mindset about them, right? So I know that if I did that, it would be cool. And even though I didn't do that, it's still pretty cool that I can go and teach you guys how to do the same thing that I do right now. And although I'm not making $1 million a month yet, right? Like I would be doing if I started 10 years ago. Right, it's still pretty good. It's still at a level where all of you are appreciating the knowledge that I'm sharing. And some of you are appreciating working with me. More of you by the end of the day. So what I want you to do is you think about what result have I achieved in my life that I find beneficial? Because everybody's really the same. Do you guys kind of see how like a lot of our problems, like when we were talking to Blake, where it was like some of you guys felt like, oh man, that problem is actually really similar to my problem. Some of you guys felt that? You guys felt like as we're going through all these problems, like the problems are actually the same? So you want to think the features is the vehicle. But are you getting in a vehicle if you don't know where it's going? If I tell you we're going to Oklahoma versus we're going to Malibu, both trips are paid for, by the way. Which one would you rather go to? You want to go to Oklahoma or Malibu?
Malibu, baby.
Let's go, right? Let's come to our party. Me and Alex are hosting one. Get on the wait list. Always be closing, right? But What you want to really do is the thing that you have is just the vehicle. Okay. They don't really care what's going to do it. Right. If they go believe it's like coffee enemas that are going to go and like get rid of their problems, or rape or hypnosis or posting on social media, they don't really care, honestly. If you guys were absolutely convinced that if you did a coffee enema a day, you would make $100,000 in 3 months. If you did a coffee enema a day, who would do it? Raise your hand. I'd do it. Fuck, right? So it's like we don't really care what's going to get us the result. It's merely the certainty. Now, Blake still needs to do some work where we can hold frame that, yes, in fact, doing coffee enemas every day is going to get you 100 grand. Right? Is that possible? I don't know. Anything's possible. Right? It's not completely impossible that doing that will do it. I don't know how. You need a strong frame to do it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? So I want all of you guys to consider, what desire would you like to have achieved earlier that you have already achieved? Because that's your expertise, right? We're like actually helping people. We're not just capping. So like we do need to have some form of expertise. What time frame can we help people do it? If I was like, yeah, I'll teach you to make 10, teach you to make 10 G's a month. However, it could go and like it could take 5 years. Who's signing up with me? Any of you signing up? I'm saying, okay, you're gonna make 10 G's in 5 years from content? Fuck no. If I said 3 years, took me 3 years. I'm not gonna take you 3 years, but it took me 3 years. That even like great of an offer? Also, kind of like who the fuck, what the hell is gonna happen in 3 years? Like, just get a degree, right? Go be a surgeon. I don't know. Probably would never do that, but you know, you get the drift, right? So the time frame's important, and it doesn't need to be realistic. Like I know with the skills that I have, I can help you make 10 G's a month. Is that absolutely guaranteed? No. Like look at way I'm living, right? If you can see that this is possible for you, then it is possible for you, right? If you don't hit 10 G's a month in 6 months, you can do it in 7, do it in 8, or do it in 2. It actually doesn't matter. I was gonna hit 10 G's this month. Right? And everything else is gravy. Okay? So it's because it's actually about your mindset. And the reason it took me 3 years to hit 10K a month is because my mindset was off. So I decided that I was going to fix it. So I isolated the pain in my mind to actually go and decide to fix it. Okay? So, and then without, this is the other part, without what? The shit that you don't want to do. Would I be happy going and, I mean, like, you know, would I be happy selling like AI services to like small businesses? Does you know what I mean? Josh, how happy is that making you, selling AI to local businesses? Be honest.
It would fucking blow my brains out.
Yeah, right? Right? Like, even though Josh can clearly, do all of you guys believe Josh can close sales and whatever the fuck he puts his mind to?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, even like, but still, we're all spiritual people. We're all here because we want to like, still, my offer is actually, I mean, literally, it's everything but fitness you will get from posting on social media. And as you can see, it has not made me that much fitter. However, it has brought me a lot of beautiful relationships, brought me a lot of purpose, and also a lot of wealth. So actually, when we really have a good offer, it's going to do most of those areas, right? Maybe all of them. And then I can go and realize like, okay, well, I haven't really been that healthy because I've been traveling. If I go and to take the money that I have and like get a little bit grounded, then I can hit the gym, buy the good food, afford whatever the fuck I want. And so it's actually going to be all floor if I just like let my mindset be right and just do it instead of just traveling around and drinking coffee all the time. So I want you guys to do without what, right? For my offer, it is without doing all the shit that you don't want to do other than yapping. Without anything other than yapping, you can make $10,000 a month. Yap to Claude, yap to the internet, yap on your sales calls, yap for delivery. Solely yapping. I guess for you, you got to like admit, you know, find out your plant medicine too, right? But you know, it's like you guys kind of get the picture. Yeah, you know, like by creation, really. I mean, like that might be the more technical term, but yapping has more riz. So you want to find out like what are the things that people don't want to do, right? Like going without for you, go and remove, like become the healthiest version of yourself without any confusion whatsoever, right? Because how many people are fucking confused about all this shit? A lot. Me, I don't know anything. Most of everybody in this room, right? They're confused. So you guys getting, who's here is more clear on offer creation now? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you have a question about offer creation that you want me to answer before I go and have some snacks.
When you talk about the oh, when you talk about achieving the desire in a time frame without the things that they don't want to do in order to make an offer, are you talking about literally what your offer is called, or the offer that someone is like the actual process that they're
Okay,
going
so
through?
right now we want to get clear on the benefits first. The features can come second. The features is our skill set, right? But they don't remember we're not self-centered. Nobody cares about the features. They care about the benefits, Or like, I don't care that it be whatever fucking, when I was asking Gemini, like, hey, Gemini, I want a new BMW. And it's like, oh, this one has this horsepower. This one has this horsepower. It's like, I don't give a shit. I literally don't care whatsoever. I want it. One, because I just decided I wanted a BMW and it's astrologically aligned with me. Two, I want to look fucking cool. Three, I want to look fucking rich. Three, I want a drop top. Right? You guys get how like those are features, but then actually, why do I want a drop top? Well, I want to smoke in my car and look cool. And it's such exactly. It's not because I literally care about a fucking drop top, because I want the experience of having a drop top, right? So if no matter how much someone is like, oh yeah, bro, you should upgrade because this one has better horsepower. I don't care. I will never care. Maybe like one day I'll like, vroom vroom, car go faster, look cool, sold. I like to look cool, right? You know, but like I'm not gonna actually care what the fuck why it does that. I really don't. I'm not a car person. I never have been. I like to look cool. I like to look rich. Makes you more money, and it's cooler. What's more fun to drive? Toyota or a fucking BMW or Ferrari? Ferrari's coming later. You know, to start. Anyways, right? So you guys get how like really like the benefits are more important than the features. The features are the vehicle to get there. All right. So like all of you have some sort of skill. Right, Dana, you are very inspirational, you know, and I'm sure have you had to learn like some sort of methodologies to become the person you are today? Like some skills you've picked up?
Yes.
Okay, what are they? List them out.
Well, I know 2 types of meditation. I went to school for acting. I am a salesperson. I've done all sorts of sales from cold to inbound. And I'm a dancer. I used to dance. I've been on my own for like ever. So I know how to keep a roof over my head. Um,
I have enough to work with. You're doing a wealth offer.
well, actually came up with an offer. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I have an
What?
offer.
Okay, you want to share it?
Yeah. Says, so far I have just some words. Fuck your hourly wage. Fuck not having time. Fuck your boss. Fuck your job. Fuck being micromanaged. Create the life of your dreams and have the time to enjoy that life by becoming professionally unfuckwithable.
That's good. It's more. It's like a bit of a critique. Become professionally unfuckwithable is like the real offer. I
Yes.
like the sound of it. You know, because really, like, I mean, I could already imagine, right? Like, I have a decent imagination. I'm sure we all do. But imagine if somebody actually, all of you imagine this, okay? Imagine somebody decides to learn meditation from Dana, decide to learn acting, and they decide to learn scales. Who thinks that would make them more money? Raise your hand. Everybody that's not raising, okay, you guys are okay. Literally everybody raised their hand. Everybody in this room thinks that if you taught them acting, sales, and meditation, they would make more money. Right? So that's the benefits. Or yeah, that's the features, not the benefits. The features are the skills, but they can already see how the skills would benefit them, right? So it's like become professionally unfuckwithable is good. Like I like that offer, and like not everybody, like especially before you have experience, because I think this is your first time creating your own offer, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so like, well, this is the problem a lot of you guys are gonna feel. Oh, but I don't have case studies. Look, bro, you probably look at me like you close people. You just had all those cool case studies. Guess what? I didn't start with them. Nobody starts with case studies. The only thing you start with is your pure belief that you can do it. Are you going to have more trust with people when you have case studies? Obviously. However, does any of you like have never had anybody trust you your whole life? Nobody ever take a chance on you? Right? Nobody ever extend to you like, hey, I think you can do this. And you show up for it. There's gonna be people, you'd all probably do like, I don't know, I mean, there's many ways to swing it, right? You could do price compare. You could do like, oh, this one's less pricey. Not great, but it works. That was my strat for a little while. Then you could also do like just pure aura, pure confidence, pure thora, like my guy here. Do you think do you think if you talked like Josh in sales calls, people would even fucking ask you how much case studies you have? How many of you needed to ask Josh what the fuck he does? No, he makes money.
Have you seen that this girl who does sales calls, and they answer the phone. She's like, "What's up, little bitch?" And like,
Oh, yeah.
like talk shit. It's kind of a joke. I
That
think,
worked.
but
No,
it's
that guy
really
Prince
fun.
though. That guy Prince is a pattern interrupt.
Yeah, and they're just like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, you want to make more fucking money?
Yeah.
Like
Shut your
schedule a
punk
call
ass
with
up."
me." Yeah, you bitch ass. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like really
that guy
fun.
Prince, you know, because he's pattern interrupting. He's not being socially like acceptable. Because the socially acceptable thing is like, oh, you know, like, hey, what you here? If I could help you? Yeah, I just don't have the money. You know, it's
Yeah.
a money thing right
Because
now.
it's also socially acceptable to be broke, but if you're an absolute asshole, you gotta at least be rich. Otherwise, you can't even make it.
Yeah,
That's why it's a good
exactly. So like we kind of have to like destroy. We have to destroy the social conventions and the logic that has let somebody be in a situation they don't prefer. Because everybody is logically justified why they currently exist where they're at. All of you. Can all of you logically justify to yourself why you're at where you're at? But can you also see that if you just decide to believe something different, you're going to change? So what's better for you, right? Would you have done that if you weren't here? Or you guys still believe that like you're at where you're at for whatever reasons, you don't have as much power to change it? If you didn't come here. Right? You get what I'm saying? Okay. So it's really we're perspective shifting people, which leads to a compounding result. And then we need our brain to gravitate towards whatever it is we do. Right. So like if I'm just like, hey, like when I was saying, homie, pay me 5K right now because I'll activate your abundance codes. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, I believe you that you could activate my abundance codes, but I'm not ready to bet 5 grand on it right now. But you know, if you know, okay, well, if you work with me one-on-one, and this is only for like literally today, my offer is changing at the moment. My whims, honestly, but I keep my word. So if you're aware that, hey, we're gonna go use tarot to find out your blockages that you don't even know you had, I'm gonna hypnotize you to remove them. I'm gonna teach you all the things we learned today, but over a 6-month time frame, so you have plenty of time to implement. And if we have time, I'll teach you whatever wisdom skills you want to know. We'll get on a call once a week. You'll be in my school group. And you'll also have access to all my courses. And Josh once a week too. Josh Prince. You guys a bit clearer? You guys can maybe logically justify to yourself why it'd be a great idea for you to pay me? Nod your head if yes.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. So,
And by the way, tarot is a really, really good inroad for Brenton. Why? Uncomfortable blind spot,
yeah.
right? Like always be thinking in sales, uncomfortable blind spot, right? Brenton just flips up a card. It's like instant blind spot awareness, usually uncomfortable, right? So you go straight there.
Yeah, every single person that's like paid for my tarot read sales call has closed. Every single one. Yeah, and that was an uncomfortable blind spot. I didn't even realize it as much as I should have. So, hell yeah. All right.
Definitely.
So, you guys ready to do like a 15-minute offer brainstorming? You want 15 or 20 minutes? 20. Okay, 20 minutes. You might want to check your phone. Okay, 20.
I gotta watch.
Okay, cool. I'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Sweet.
Josh will answer your questions if you have any.
Okay.
I recommend just going in. Like any questions before I leave to go eat some salmon and turkey shake? No. Cool. Let's go.
So 2 other things you want to think about with your offer as well, right? We have the formula, but then there's also going to be the who. Who is this offer for is really, really key. So Brenton and I know a guy that we met 2 weeks ago. His offer is he helps postpartum Jewish women get back to their pre-pregnancy weight. Right? It's a wild offer. This guy Prince, why does this offer sell like hotcakes?
Specific.
It's so specific.
Targeted, yeah.
If you are a postpartum Jewish woman who's like, gee, I've got some extra weight, and Corbin comes in and says, hi, I do that, you're like, oh, this is so specific, it's gonna work for sure, right? It's so specific, it's gonna work for sure, right? I do sales training for dental practices. You don't know how many times people are like, oh, you could do that for med spas, you could do that for chiropractors. I say no every time. Why do I say no?
You found your niche. Yeah.
Yes, I found my niche. And if I say, oh, well, I'll do med spas, I'll do chiropractors, what happens to my personal brand? Now I'm a sales trainer. Before I was a sales trainer for dentists. Who gets paid more? Right? It's like, are you a doctor or are you a neurosurgeon? Who gets paid more? Right? So the thing you really want to also add to your offer is who. Who are you helping? Right? Brenton is not explicit about this, but it's clear in who he is and how he presents his brand that he helps spiritually aligned people make money. Right now, he might not have said, hey, if you guys are hippies and are broke, come to my seminar. But guess what? Like, who in this room thinks meditation is a scam? Oh, none of you? Okay, he got his right audience, right? So you don't have to be explicit about it, but the more precise you are on who your offer is, the better it sells like hotcakes, right? So if I said you could have chocolate covered strawberries, you might be like, okay, cool. But if I said there's chocolate covered strawberries for people in Woodland Hills who are at a seminar, who are spiritually aligned and are trying to make more money, you guys might just get up and go to the back of the room and get a chocolate covered strawberry. Like, actually get up, go to the back. Guys, there's chocolate covered strawberries. Do you think I'm bullshitting? There's strawberries right here. Like, they're for you. Like, let's go. Like, I'm not making this shit up. You guys are like, oh, what's going on with the strawberries? There's strawberries, y'all.
No, I won't even look. I bought these.
Appreciate you.
Bro, that's amazing, yeah.
So shout out to Brett who provided us some chocolate covered strawberries. Give him a round of applause. All right, now everyone take a seat if you actually want to continue working on your offer. If you don't want to make money, you can walk around, but take your seats. You can make some money here. Okay, so there's the who, there's the what, and then there's the how. So Brent was talking about the how. We just talked about the who, and then there's going to be the what. What is the outcome that we're aiming for, right? So again, as I said before, most of you, it's going to be health, wealth, relationship, purpose. It's going to be one of those unless you have a highly technical skill. So like Brett, he's got a very specific technical skill. He can make a B2B offer based on that specific technical skill set. Does anyone here think, hey, I have a really niche, specific technical skill that I want to make an offer on? Anybody? Okay, no hands. So basically, we've got it narrowed down. It's going to be either health, wealth, relationship, or higher purpose. So if you're thinking about your offer, we've got it narrowed down to one of those. Quick question for all of you. Who remembers why it's important that we have one of these as the offer?
It's something that everybody can relate to.
Yeah, everyone can relate to it, and there's a lot of pain associated with it. If you're broke, are you having a fun time?
No.
No, exactly. Sometimes, yeah. If nobody loves you, no one's romantically interested in you, you don't have any friends, are you having a fun time? Nope, right? If you're unhealthy, if you're in and out of the hospital, if you're overweight, if you're not mobile, if you're low in energy, are you having a fun time? Nope. If you feel like you're doing the wrong things every day, you're not living your purpose, you're not here what you're doing, what you're meant to do, how do you feel? You feel like shit. This is why all offers want to align around one of these things. Because when you align around one of these things, then people will actually want to pay you for that. Right? So there's the offer formula that Brenton just gave you all, which is great. Outcome, time, minimize the thing they don't want. The outcome is going to be one of those four. So health, wealth, relationship, purpose. And then the who. If you can get specific on the who, then it'll actually help you sell more, right? I get clients just because I say, I'm a sales trainer for dentists. People go, oh, I know a dentist. Does he have a sales trainer? No, he doesn't. All right, give me his phone number, right? Why does that help you? Because it helps you with referrals, right? So if we go back to Corbin, his offer, I help postpartum Jewish women get back to their pre-pregnancy weight. How many referrals do you think this man gets? A lot. Because anyone who's like, oh, my friend Stacy just had a baby, and she probably needs to talk to you. I won't tell you why, right? But it becomes so obvious. You're actually helping people connect. You can help people connect you to your ideal clients because you're so specific. You should do something for actors, right? Because you already have that background and you can speak directly to that, right? Or if you're like, no, actor's not for me, find something that's specific, and it doesn't have to even be something you are. right? I'm not a dentist. I just fell into it, right? I had a buddy who's like, hey, I've got this dentist client. They don't know how to sell. Can you help them? I'm like, well, I do sales. I can help them. So then I helped him. And then I'm like, oh, well, let me just do this, right? So, and also be flexible on who you help, right? But if you want to instantly supercharge your offer, figure out who it is you want to help.
On that note, can you help me clarify? Because I'm not big on Instagram right now. And I think the reason is because I don't have clarity. Like if you ask me in one sentence, what is your offer or what do you do? I think it's even an identity level. I've done so many things as Mexican coming here, working a trade, and then got into real estate, and I do dance. I feel like everything is there, but it's not aligned. For example, for you, were you before arriving to, hey, I'm just gonna focus on dentist? What was your journey in order to narrow down this is who I'm gonna choose?
Good question. So I originally started in sales and then I was managing sales teams. And then I just came across dentistry again. My buddy said, hey, I've got this guy who's a dentist. They suck at sales, right?
Mhm.
So what you want to figure out is number one, which of the four are you picking? Health, wealth, relationship, or higher purpose? Which one of those things do you want to give to people as an outcome?
That's the thing. When I'm looking at it, now I'm thinking wholeness, like everything is connected. So I'm having a hard time even like for example, if I choose the dancing, bachata, right? Like for men, that's gonna increase your health instead of having to segregate, oh, I have to get my steps in. Like you could just dance. You'll crush your 10,000 steps in like in 1 hour just by dancing, right? And then the confidence that it gives you when you can look at yourself in the mirror, when you can lead a group of people, if you showed up at a party and now like you can lead, move energy, now that's gonna produce wealth. Your relationships, you're gonna be a chick magnet, like leading with confidence, and you're gonna be like your authentic purpose because you're expressing yourself. So that's like dancing, right?
Right.
But
So you've hit a broad stretch of angles.
aha,
It's kind of like if I go, hey, I'll help chiropractors, I'll help med spas, I'll help dentists.
aha,
It's too broad. So like imagine if there's a fat funny guy who's got lots of girls, but he's out of shape, right?
mm,
He might not resonate with that offer
mm,
because he's like, I don't need relationship help. I'm good, right?
mm,
There might be a guy who's really in shape, but he's got no riz,
mhm,
right? So you want to get which one of those four do you want to focus on, right? Absolutely, it can help with all of them,
mhm,
right? Brenton's underselling himself. He's like, you probably want to buy a fitness offer from me, but he could absolutely hypnotize you to lose weight and go to the gym more often. So he could
mhm.
sell that too. But the focus of this seminar has been all on which of the four?
You're finding your
On wealth,
self.
on wealth, right?
Mhm,
So because the focus is on wealth, you all are here. If the focus of the seminar was on, say, relationships, there would be a different audience, right?
mhm.
So the more clear you get on what or who you're actually helping and which outcome they want, the easier it is. So for you, do you feel more aligned with helping people get healthy or helping them fall in love?
Mm, yeah, probably. Yeah, I think. Fuck, that's the thing. I would resonate probably with purpose of relationships. Um,
Okay, so take a moment.
uh-huh,
Tell me how this feels in your body. Just shut your eyes.
uh-huh.
If I say, Huracan, before I worked with you, I was lonely. Girls didn't like me. But because I learned to dance, I now found the love of my life. And everything is beautiful and amazing. So that's one. Second, Huracan, before I worked with you, I was out of shape. I had no energy. My doctor was telling me my health was going down the drain. But now that I've worked with you, I'm full of energy. I've lost 40 pounds. I'm living my best life right now because of that. Which one of those resonates with you more?
The relationship one.
The relationship
First.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what does that tell you?
Okay. I see. Yeah. So I can start with that exercise just to ask the body, like the first intuition, more than logical thing, and then experiment. put some offers out there and see which one, like, test it.
Exactly. So why is it really important to resonate in your body with which outcome you want?
For authenticity, so you can come across with more conviction.
Yeah, so there's authenticity, it helps you sell.
The feeling is the thing.
So the feeling is the thing, yes. There's one other really big one.
The emotions are contagious.
Emotions are contagious, yes. This is the big deal, is if you are not excited about the outcome you're giving, how much motivation are you going to be in to actually build the business to produce that outcome?
Mm.
If you're like, I'm really, really good at helping people get in shape, but I'm not passionate about it. So every day I've got to make videos about getting people in shape. I've got to get on these calls and talk to them about how they're overweight and how they can get in shape. And if that doesn't resonate with your soul, then you've just built a 9-to-5 job for yourself.
Cage. Yeah.
Yeah, you just reinvented the hamster wheel and put yourself on it. So instead, okay, when you're helping people find amazing relationships, if that lights you up, perfect. So now every day you're like, hey, I'm going to dance and I'm going to show you how it helps you meet amazing people, right? You're going to say, hey, I'm going to get on sales calls and talk to people about their love life and how I can help them with that, right? And you're going to spend your time in fulfillment helping people to that goal. Now you're motivated. Yes? Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get a little, okay, we're going to do relationship.
Can I get like 5 minutes of just like quiet time to like focus on what my offer might be? I try to go outside, but then there's like people in the hallway walking by and stuff. I thought that
Want
was
to do like a 5-minute bio break?
Yeah. So we're doing a little bit of workshopping, but like, let me just ask the group, do you guys want to workshop or do you guys want to write? I'll help you find a place, by the way, if you need. But do you guys want to workshop or do you guys want to write?
I think that the workshop, yeah.
Okay. So we'll do the workshop in here. I think if you go outside, it's kind of quiet there. There's also some really good seating downstairs in the lobby. I think the restaurant's closed today because it's Father's Day. So you could probably take a booth there.
Come down and get you if you're downstairs.
Yes, we'll come back and get you when we keep going. Okay, so we're going to focus on relationships. Now let's apply Bretton's formula, right? Desired outcome, which is an amazing relationship, in. So if you teach someone how to, you teach bachata, you said?
Yeah.
Go for it. If you teach someone bachata, how quickly can they start meeting potential dates?
So on day one. On day one.
Okay. Start meeting people you're interested in, right? Are you thinking, this goes a little bit to the who, are you thinking to help men or women or both?
The first instinct is men.
Okay, I think you should go with that one because we're gonna even narrow it down even more. But so you want to help men find relationships through dancing bachata. They can literally, the moment they know how to dance, they can start meeting women day one.
Yeah.
So you got time. Okay.
Anywhere in the world.
Meet amazing women.
Just drop in
anywhere in the world. One day of training. And what's the thing that guys probably don't want when they're trying to find relationships that you can help them avoid?
What they don't want is that feeling of rejection.
Boom, without feeling rejected. Why? Because if I know how to dance really good, there's going to be plenty of people who want to dance with me.
Yeah. And not only that, even if you get rejected, it's like as soon as that one goes, another one's right behind her. So and you're feeling so good, you're putting energy that you don't feel like if there's a drop on energy, you quickly build it back up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is his offer getting pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think that'll work? She teaches salsa, right? Yeah. Okay. So you've got what you're going to do. You're going to help them with relationships. You've got the formula, which is I'll help you get a relationship day one without the fear of rejection. Meet amazing women anywhere in the world through this one skill. Let's get a little bit more specific on who, right? Because if you say men,
Yeah.
really wide.
Yeah.
Who, Like, okay, if you go, let's go back to what resonates with you,
Uh-huh.
right? If you could spend all your time with like one type of people,
Yeah, yeah.
what type of people would that be?
Oh, I know exactly. It would be guys that that tend to be in their head. Basically the past version of me, right?
Okay.
You're in your head, you're not present, you feel uncomfortable in your own body.
All right, I want to pause right now. So
Uh-huh.
that's, so I see you lighting up. I just want to double check, right?
Mhm,
So guys who are uncomfortable in their head, not present in their body.
mhm.
If you had to have like lunch with those guys every day, would you want to do that?
Um, well, I guess I would add, but they're wanting to break through of that. Like if they've had enough. They're committed to breaking through.
Okay, got it. So do you guys see how he's really resonant with this? Yes,
Yeah.
no, maybe? No? Okay, so I challenged him a little bit just because you need to have the passion there because otherwise you're gonna build another hamster wheel.
Mhm.
But he's serious about this. Okay, so
Yeah.
guys that are stuck in their head, what's a way you could categorize them? Like, would you call them nerds? Would you call them like wimpy guys? Like, how would you categorize that to where if you say this category, people will volunteer?
I would say like a really smart nerd, like you're cool, but like in your own way, often misunderstood. But like if somebody showed you a system, like you would crush it, right? You just don't
Okay.
get it. Like you don't get music. Like how does that even work? Like it feels like a foreign language.
Got it. So you help misunderstood nerds
Uh-huh.
meet amazing women all around the world in less than 24 hours without having to face rejection.
Exactly.
Okay. If you literally walk out on the street right now and tell people you do that, do you think people would buy from you?
Yeah. That's a bold, yeah, it's a very juicy offer. It,
Yeah. I'm almost wondering why is he still in the room right now, honestly. Like you could just walk
Uh-huh.
out in the street, like you could just go to the mall and be like, "Hey, you don't have a girlfriend." Right? Okay. So now anyone who lands on your page and sees your VSL who
Mhm.
fits that category, how likely do you think they're going to be to sign up?
um yeah, it should have some good conversion, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be curious at least to
Yeah.
mhm. Yep.
Yeah. Aileen, right? How well do you think that offer is going to convert for him? Yes. Are
Mhm.
you thinking you might do a similar offer? Ah, okay. Very good. See, she knows what she resonates with, right?
Uh-huh.
She's like, if I had to spend lunch every day with a bunch of nerdy in their head men, I would want to run out. Okay,
Mhm.
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and I
So,
would add like if you want to meet high quality women who invest in themselves, that put the time to dance, to look good, to learn a system, that want to be led.
yes.
Yeah.
So this is value stack that you can put into your VSL, but
Mhm.
you're just boiling the offer down to as simple as
One sentence.
possible.
Mhm.
Desired outcome for these people in this amount of time without that problem.
Mm.
Right? So desired outcome, meet amazing women all around the world for misunderstood nerds
Mhm.
in less than 24 hours without the fear of rejection.
Mhm. Wow.
So write that
Yeah,
down,
yeah, yeah.
memorize
So
it. You might even put it in your Instagram bio. And then again, does Huracan actually, like, he should totally make content. If he doesn't make content after this, we're going to kick his ass. We'll find you, we'll beat you up. If he doesn't make content and he just like walks around and talks to people about this, is he going to get business?
Yes.
Yeah, because your offer's that good.
I know what my offer is actually.
Go for it. Let's get you a
That
mic.
was so interesting. I have been avoiding it because actually my offer is my assignment from God. But I don't particularly feel ready for that. So I was like, well, how can I mosey around it? But my assignment as an actor, I've been in the industry for over 20 years. And right now, living in LA as an actor, it's a fucking shit show. It's like it's harder and harder to get a job, and it costs you more and more to do it, and the field gets steeper and steeper, and your part has now that I don't know if anybody knows about this, but you used to go into rooms to auditions, and now you have to do everything at your home. Since COVID, it's basically all self-taping. So you have to have this shoot, you have to be able to get it all together and shoot it, and then send it, everything a casting director used to do. Um, and because casting directors are not doing that anymore because they don't pay rent and have office spaces anymore, and they're just taking digital submissions, it has opened the opportunity for them to accept more submissions. So you're working harder to have less of a chance. And as a creative, you can't be free in a wound up vessel. And creatives and actors are in a life and circumstance that is stressful, anxiety inducing, um, broke. And so it's a terrible situation to be in as a creative, to have to work so hard to try to be creative, and then when you have the opportunity to, you can't do it because you're so wound up tight because the opportunities are so sparse. And as an actor, what you're willing to do is get up on stage, get in front of a camera, and live a real life. Sometimes traumatic things that people write and people direct and people fund, but you have to do it. And that's no fair to us. We are at the bottom of the totem pole of this industry. And so and like we were talking about this morning, you have to agree to the insanity in order to uphold it. So there's people in the insanity who are saying, you must do this in order to get an opportunity, but actors are legitimizing it by doing it, knowing that they must do this. And so my goal is to get actors to take their power back, um, basically diversify and use their natural abilities and the assets that we have right now to build wealth outside of the industry so that their acting can be what they enjoy and they don't have to say yes to things that they don't want to do. And the competition is, the field is less. And when they do get these opportunities, because they're not taking them for survival, because they've built wealth outside of acting, they can just play and have fun. And no one has to tell you, if someone makes you an offer that is below your quote, you can say no because you have other opportunities.
Absolutely. Can everyone see that she's clearly passionate about this? Yes? Awesome. All right. You said that you were maybe running from that a little bit?
Well, I just don't actually know how to do it yet.
Okay. Well, we're going to fix that right now. So, which of the four is Dana working on?
Purpose?
Wealth. So she's going to create wealth. Who is she going to do that for?
Actors.
Actors. So wealth for actors, right? We could circle back. We might get a little bit more specific on maybe a certain type of actor, maybe not. Now let's get to the vehicle, right? What ways do you want to help actors generate wealth outside of their acting?
Well, I want to start with the ways that most actors are generating wealth, which is with their body. Waiting tables, bartending, a 9 to 5 job, temp work, Uber Eats.
So that's going to be the pain side of the sales equation, right?
Right.
It's like you're using your body to do this. We could actually do it this other way. What's the way that you can help actors to generate wealth?
I don't know yet because I'm trying to work on it myself. But what I do know is that people are doing it every single day on the internet with their cameras. They are performing into their cameras and making money. And actors are performers, and none of them use this thing to make money. So I want to figure that out. I want to figure out the way to create to point actors towards the direction that stay-at-home wives have gone. Stay-at-home wives make 10K a month with this. And whatever it is they're doing. Finding, for instance, like I found out that I love sales. And doing high ticket remote sales is like perfect for if you have a
I think you should teach them that because you already know how to do high ticket remote sales. And then can she then later add on content creation? Could she add on real estate investing later? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon, they started doing just one books and then
Absolutely. So the reason I'm pushing you towards the sales training is if you say you want to do it through content or through another means, you're going to delay it.
Yeah.
And I want you to be able to leave today, walk out on the street and make a sale, right? Just like Huracan can now. So, okay. So you're going to help actors create wealth. All right. So that's the outcome. How quickly can they start creating wealth for themselves if they know how to do high ticket sales? How long does it take to teach them?
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
if Drake said right now, can you teach me high ticket sales? How long do you think it would take to teach him what, like not everything you know, but just the basics to where he could start making money?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, how
well,
long
this
did it
is
take you to learn?
I think that this is this is the things that I don't know. The time frame leading to be able to be a high ticket salesperson, that is a destination. But if there's a destination of like till you can be earning something, I don't know when that's going to be. I am a salesperson, but I've never actually taught someone. And also, I want my goal is for the process to be manageable. Like I want this to be something that because now they're auditioning and they have a 9 to 5, and I'm asking them to take on something else to replace eventually that.
Yeah.
And so I want to be able to, I don't know, maybe it's a time of day, like in less than 10 hours a week. I don't know.
So yeah, is it going to be uncomfortable for them? Yes. But what's going to be more uncomfortable for them? Spending their entire career and never building wealth. So, yeah, are there going to be some things that they might not like on the fulfillment side? Sure, but that's why we want to raise the commitment. So that's a sales process issue, which we can totally overcome. So what you want to focus on, how long did it take you to learn high ticket sales?
About 3 months.
Perfect. Okay. So you help actors build wealth in 3 months without what's the thing that they don't want to have to do in the wealth building process?
Work for someone, clock into a 9 to 5, go into an office, be micromanaged by someone who is less smart than them, work for a company that means no fucking good to the world.
Yeah,
wo-
without selling your soul.
yeah, without selling your soul and with energy left.
Yes. So we're notice how I'm trying to distill this down, right? So you have a lot of passion. You've got so many different angles you can hit at this. It's going to be really, really good for your VSL. It's going to be tremendous when you're actually selling your offer. But for the offer, we want to boil it down to the most specific thing so that when people hear it, they go, oh, yeah, that's for me.
I want actors to learn how to make money so that they can free themselves from the industry
Yeah. Okay. So
and
how?
create a relationship with acting that is actually valuable to them.
Yes. Okay. So then we're going to help actors create wealth in 3 months without selling their soul so they can actually have a healthy relationship with the industry or something along those lines.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
how can we add more precision to that? So like, I just don't want to get too specific if it's not relevant to the market, but like how many actors are there in the world or just in the US, do you think?
Millions.
Millions. Okay.
Yes.
So you probably want to narrow that down a little bit. So is there a specific type of actor that you like resonating with? Are there specific types of actors that you're like, I don't want to be in the same room with you?
I'm talking to actors who are in or I could be talking, I am talking to people who are paying dues and in the union. I am talking to actors who are trying to get in the union. I'm talking to every actor who is auditioning and hustling towards success as an actor. They're not there yet, but they may have had some so far. But that right now, the the way that the industry has served them for their they may have had opportunities, but they're not making money. They're still broke. They still are month to month. They may still have a roommate. There's no savings. There's no retirement. There's no vacation possibly in sight. There's working the holidays and picking up shifts. There's not being able to freaking go see your family. And I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so if there was like
Struggling, yeah.
one word or phrase that would identify those people, like if you said it, they'd go, "Oh yeah, I'm that kind of actor." What would that word be? So like hurricanes
Broke?
is misunderstood nerds.
Broke.
Okay, great word. Now it's specific. Broke actors. One point of business. If you're helping broke actors, how much do you think they can pay you?
I know.
So here's what I would suggest. So what I do in everything I do, I have two prices: full price and free. I never ever give discounts. If you want to work with me, I will sell it to you at full price or free. Why is that? Full price, you get my complete commitment to your outcome. Free, I can walk away like that, right? If I say, hey, I'm going to teach you how to learn sales for free, and you don't show up to a call that we scheduled, I'm done with you.
Okay,
right?
I figured.
Because I don't want to invest my time into that. So what I recommend is because you clearly have a passion for helping those people, you're going to need a few whales to fund your mission. Does that make sense? Like, I want you to get a couple $1,000,000 so that you can spend all the time you want to helping broke actors. But are you going to get the million from the broke actors?
Well, this is what I was thinking. I'm probably not going to get the million from the broke actors. And ultimately, what I'm doing for actors is my goal, at least I have heard that it is my goal to have that be like sort of the trial group, and then have everybody in this world who is being priced out of life recognize that they have more options than they actually do. But I think that's too much. That I've
So you could absolutely scale this out, but what's going to cut through the noise is precision.
Well, this is one of my first, because I understand. I mean, that is the trouble with my assignment. That I have my clientele are broke. That's the trouble with my assignment.
Yes.
But I still get to make massive amounts of wealth, and they get to be able to afford me. And so something that I'm actually thinking is my first product might be like a digital ebook. Now, this is my idea for the digital ebook. It is to break the frame of the dysfunctional box that they're in, to open their eyes to the ways that the industry is not serving them, and what would, in terms of wealth building and somewhat of an exploration of those opportunities, so that they leave having read the material inspired and thinking of opportunity possibilities for ways to go. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. How long would it take you to sell enough digital ebooks to actually cover your rent?
I mean, I don't know how much ebooks.
So it'll take you far longer time to focus on that than if you do it in reverse. If you go, like, let's say you made an offer, I help actors in living in Beverly Hills to build wealth in 3 months or less without selling their soul. Let's say you get 3 of those clients, each one of them pays you 20 grand. You now have $60,000. Do you not have time to go make the ebook and help all those other people? Which is faster?
The latter.
Exactly. So that's why I'm telling you, go straight for the money and then use the surplus, use the abundance to actually help the people that you want to.
Okay, so how do I go for the money?
Wow, that's what we're working on right now. Oh, you have something you want to add?
Yeah, I wanted to share because I've noticed that businesses make that mistake too. And like, if you want to take a case study, like Tesla was known for that. Their mission was to transfer the world from oil to electric cars. But they didn't start with the Model 3, the cheapest car. They didn't start with the 24. Like, that hasn't even happened yet. The Cybertrucks, they announced them, they never even released the $50,000 ones. They focused on the Model S, serving the whales, the people that had the money, because otherwise they didn't have enough infrastructure to support a large clientele, which is the bigger, the broader category of people. So in this case, the question, the prompt for you would be, just like Tesla never left the mission and they were still in the business of car making, evolving everybody, how could you serve the whales or the rich people in Beverly Hills, actors, or what is it that you offer that they are also struggling? Maybe they're being micromanaged, but just at a higher level by and you can help them. What is it that you have to offer to them that can help you pay the rent? And
It's hard because my offer is to help people who have not much money try to find a little bit independence and money. That's how do I? That sounds like I have to change my offer if my audience has money.
You actually don't. And the reason is because you're still solving the same problem. Actors are chained to the system of acting, right? Even if they had some success, what do they got to do the next time they want to make a buck? They got to go to the audition. They might be cast into a role that doesn't resonate with them. They might be pushed through a bunch of hoops. They're going to be disrespected along the way. Sure, they get a fat paycheck, but at what cost? Their dignity, right? So what you do is you actually teach them how to have money coming in outside of that so they never have to sell their dignity. So if a director tells them to do something they don't want to do, they can just walk and not have to worry about the implications of that.
Yeah, that's
So you can actually help those people. And then once you have the cash flow coming in, then you can help everybody else.
So that offer is more about, which is my offer, but the way you're framing it is everybody could use a bit of freedom from the industry,
Yes,
even if you're making money in it.
absolutely. Yeah. So now what we want to do is get specific on which type of actors, because just like every business could use a little sales training, I am much more effective when I say I help dentists with sales training, right? So what type of actors would you, maybe if they're not your favorite people, at least not want to run out of the room if they were there?
God, you're also terrible. I'm just kidding.
Are there some actors that you like hanging out with?
I don't really like hanging out with people, Josh. No, I don't really know. I don't really hang out with people, but that's okay. That's what I'm saying. Well, you're asking
Well,
me
I
for the
imagine you
ideal.
like us in this room enough to at least sit through the seminar.
Yes. So
can you at least narrow it down between gender?
I mean, I could go for actors who are stuck. Uh, this is my audience. Actors who are in their 30s or 40s and still, well, then they don't have the money either. Because I was going to say actors who are like waiting tables and bartending right now. That in like 5 years, your knees are not going to be able to freaking do that. Um,
So what about whales? Maybe it's an age thing. People that are about ready to, uh, they already have money, but they know, just like the niece, like their looks. Maybe
I don't know because now I'm kind of like second thinking just the soul sales thing because I mean, and I understand that I'm not ready to that's like I said, I know the plan, but I have no idea how to do it. But the goal is for the point is that there are so many opportunities that we can pursue to get more money. And we can, because there's so many opportunities, we can find one that's right for us. You know, with actors, it's a really a all or nothing thing. But as people, we, we're creatures of God. Everybody is more than one thing. But actors are stuck with this. It's so funny, as creatives, they have like barely any creativity about a route to prosperity.
Do you mind if I challenge you a little bit?
No.
Okay, I have your permission?
Yes.
Okay. Do you notice how I'll give you an idea, like here's a route to the money, specific, precise, tactical, right? And then your mind bounces to something non-specific and very broad.
Like what? Like when you said go after a high ticket.
So for example, just now you're like, well, there's so many different ways people can make money. Do you notice how that's non-specific and how it's super broad and it's not something you can implement right now?
Yes.
Okay. Your mind did that about 7 or 8 times in the course of our conversation. Why do you think your mind is doing that?
Well, I know why my mind is doing it is because the idea and the offer is to help people find other ways to
Your mind is doing it because it's resisting you taking action.
No,
If it was
no,
simple,
because my no. Well, let me just say, Josh, because I love sales
so why not teach it?
because someone else might not love sales.
But there are
And
some people who would love
but this is
sales.
what I do want to teach. What I want to teach is I found sales. I want to teach people how to find their other thing. That's what I want. I don't want to teach sales. I could, but my goal, my assignment is to take people who feel like they are this profession or are this job and allow them a space, encourage them to open their minds that there is something else out there that you can do that you would love and you can prosper in. I first need you to know that that's a possibility. And then when you do, what I want to be able to do is Sherpa people through, if you're willing to take the action, we will find that thing. That's honestly what I want to do. I don't
But
want
the
to
problem is you don't know how to do that.
I don't. I know. That's what I started with.
What
I
you
know
do know
that's
how to
wrong.
do is teach people sales. And what I'm saying is, and you agreed with me, if you had like 3 high-paying clients that you could teach sales to, you would be immediately closer to helping all those people than if you did it the other way.
This is what my first offer is. Then it's going to be to actors who are still waiting tables or having a 9 to 5 that they know that they're aging out of. Allow me to teach you a skill that's going to give you financial freedom, prosperity, and make you say fuck anything that's not good for you.
Mhm. That one's not going to make you money though.
Okay.
So I
You
keep
know what, this is part of it too. It's like you're offering those high ticket people in Beverly Hills. That's a hamster wheel in the 9 to 5 that I do not want to lock myself into. People who have privilege and don't know how to fucking get ahead. I don't have time for that. Do you know how little I've had in life?
right.
I don't want to deal with people who could just throw money at a freaking issue. I want to deal with people like me. I want to help people come up from the fucking mud and live a life of prosperity. And
Absolutely.
we're always kept out because of things like that. Because $12 a digital book is not going to get you as much as one person is going to pay you $20,000. I appreciate that. But what about everybody who don't have that?
But if you don't get the money, you will never help those people who
How
need
do
your
you
help.
know?
I know because you haven't done it.
Well,
You haven't done it. That's how I know.
if I don't get the money, I can't help them. How
Yeah.
do you know that a $12 ebook doesn't help them?
Deep. Good. Man.
If go for it.
Yep. Take a breath right now. I see a lot of passion and he's trying to support you, but let's just take a breath right now. With me. Let go of all the energy, all the confusion. Breathing again, clarity. Let it out. Okay. Now open your eyes. And let's try this again. I heard many times he asked you a key question and you were about to open up, but then you said, I don't know. What if you did know? Let's just be possibilities. Everything's possible. What if you did know? What would that look like?
Didn't know what.
You keep talking about this, that thing, something elusive. It's like, and he's trying to narrow down that specific thing. So,
But he's going up with the. You're narrowing up,
okay.
which I.
I want you to be
appreciate.
rich.
Yeah.
I want to be rich. But
I want
guess
you to
who
be
else I want to be rich? I want freaking Linda, who is hobbling around at Wood Ranch Barbecue and Grill in fucking Burbank. I want her to be able to fucking take her kids out to dinner. I want someone to be able to get out and have a kid. Fucking take care of their fucking mom. You know, there's a lot of brown people on this fucking planet who can't afford $20,000. I'll be right back. Smile.
Go for it.
Here you go.
Yeah.
This is really great. I'm sorry.
No. We're good.
Perfect.
We're good. We're good.
Perfect timing.
You are so good.
Yeah, but you're very like very, very surgical. Most people, I don't think they would have handled that energy the way you did, bro. She's gonna break through. She's gonna.
No,
break
definitely.
through.
I want her just because like. So lesson for all of you is where are the places in your life where your brain's doing that, right? There's other areas where you make things more complicated. If it's difficult, you're doing it wrong.
Mhm.
So
Since she's not here, maybe this would help. I want some coaching because, like I said, I haven't. This was great, you know. Plus, okay, what if I choose bachata? Then I have this other gift. Unlike her, I'm not attached. I'm more like, God, universe, show me what do you want me to do? Where's the pain point? Who do I get to serve? Right? And that's why I'm here. Like, but that's a side story. There is a part of me that feels like there's some imposter syndrome. It's like, well, how am I going to teach this person if I don't have this? But what gave me courage is that goes to say, no. When you go in the digital world, you project your highest self. And I'm like, so that was freeing. And I'm sensing that right here, there's a little bit of a gap of that because she hasn't broken through with the wealth. How is she going to? There's resistance at many levels, but I think that's one of them. So here's my question to you. Now you're certain you have your group of the dentists, but before that, was there a point where you were like, fuck, who do I serve? Or I have this skill, but how did you eventually narrow it down? What was the process? Or did you always just know?
So I actually didn't know like I need to narrow this down to dentists. I literally had a friend say, hey, I have a dental practice buddy who needs help with sales. I was like, oh, I did that. And then I did it and I was like, wait, I should just do dentists,
Mhm,
right? Because I'll deal with less bullshit and I'll make more money than if I'm just a sales trainer,
mhm.
right? So that's how I found it. I won't get into what's going on with her. I can't call it out in a group setting unless she finds it. Is basically where that's at. But for you, what I'll say is the thing about your offer is you can change it just as fast as we're making this now.
Exactly.
If you're like, hey, I don't want to do bachata, I want to do this other activation to help men find the love of their life. You could do it like that. You already have an audience for that. You can change the offer. But what's better, to change your offer after you've made 50 or 100,000 to something that is more aligned with you, or to keep changing the offer for a couple years and never make any money?
So what I'm hearing is like, it requires some experimentation and testing, right?
It's gonna take some
Or maybe it was
testing.
more organic, and it just happened to be like, hey, this works, right?
Yeah, it took some time, right? But guess what I was doing along the way? I was making money,
Mhm.
right? So, and you all are going to go through that journey too. I guarantee you 90% are not going to have the same offer 5 years from now as you're going to have today. But
False.
if you follow through with this, are you going to have some more money? Yeah. I want you guys to have some more money because then what happens? Your nervous system relaxes, you get more clear on what you want to work on, and you're like, wait, it's not really this thing, it's more of that thing, right? Well, now I'm sitting on $100,000. Oh, I actually have breathing room to go pursue that thing. Isn't that great? So we're trying to get you all into the position where you have cash that you're just sitting on because you've got a great offer. And then once you know the offer formula, it's like, oh, well, I want to do this. Well, let me make an offer for that. And then boom, you're there. Yeah. Does that answer?
Yeah, 100%.
Super.
And then going back to her about what I'm reading is that maybe a way to break her through is think of recycling. It's like, okay, there is a resistance towards wealth and probably some ancestral things, but be like, okay, look, there's no separation. We're all the same. Yeah, the richer people, they are handed whatever, but they're still people. They're still souls, same energy. Let's recycle, and then all that you'll be able to. But they're not one. It's part of the planet somehow connected. Because right now I see a wall between the two. And what do you think? Would that shift or?
Yeah, that can certainly help. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it because I'm reading her mail, and I'm not gonna share that with the room unless she wants to. But
But you already spotted what that is, because that's what I'm noticing.
I know exactly what it is, but I'm not.
It's a very intimate, personal thing. Yeah.
If I call it out in this room, it's not going to help her.
Mhm.
If she finds it for herself, then it will. So I'm not gonna be like I could do that with you because I know if I just tell you what it is, you'll be like, oh shit, now I could do something about it, right?
Yeah.
Like you feel good that I called you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I call her out directly on what it is here, her ego's gonna do a flip, and it won't be helpful for her.
Well, it's also the age difference, and I feel like that's not allowing her to give you the authority.
Maybe.
Yeah, and
Yeah. So
I'm okay with that. But how do I specify my offer? I mean,
So Aileen asked to go next, so we'll do
yeah.
her, and then we'll go to you. Or we can continue with Dana if you're feeling up to it. I don't want this to be like a boom, 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 boom session, but like I really that is great because that's fuel.
Crying, just so you know.
It's okay.
My mom agrees with you. My mom agrees with you. So
I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be absolutely loaded so that you don't have to spend your time dealing with anyone you don't want to, and you can spend all your time giving back. Like, I want your bank account to be so overflowing that you can just you could just write checks to these actors, but you're not because you can help them, and it's so much more powerful than just that.
it just I just, you know, I've been trying to make my life what I know it can be for a very long time. And money can be such a fucking obstacle. I'm really trying to make things easier for good people who deserve opportunities in spite of financial hardship. They deserve prosperity too. They deserve loads and loads of money too. Everybody does. Everybody can have it. It's like I belong in this group of it's like this energy healing group. And this guy, he energy heals like over the internet and it really works. But it takes thousands of dollars to show up there. And like he's helping people. But I'm looking at 12 Zoom screens of like white females. And it's like, what about fucking everybody else on the planet? You know, like, what about everybody else? Like, everybody is sinking under today's circumstances. And not only are opportunities in workspaces for underprivileged to have equal footing disappearing, but additionally, a lot of wealth takes financial investment to have access to create. And I'm really, some people, all they have is like them, like what they have, their skill set and like what they have. Like I relate to that.
You know who deserves to be wealthy, who's a good person, who actually should be loaded and have a fat bank account?
Me.
When you're on the airplane, what do they say about the oxygen mask?
I know I have to put mine on first.
So you know it. Have you embodied it?
Well, it's feeling like I have to abandon my goal to do that. Feels like I have to compromise.
What does compromise mean to you?
Going for the people with the bag versus the people in need. That feels like a huge fucking compromise to me.
What did Robin Hood do?
Stole from the rich and gave to the poor. Well, then I have to make, then I do have to, then that's my dilemma because I have to make an offer. I'm not trying to stretch anyone. So I'm not trying to ask broke people for 10, 5, 15, $20,000. But honestly, who are the people that have that are actors, that I don't loathe, that actually need, that have actually been disadvantaged? I don't know. I'm just, and that's like an issue with me because I'm so anti-establishment, but I do understand that you gotta be on the inside. You gotta have coins to play the game. But it's like, in order to get the coins, I have to play with the people who I fucking want to displace. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, it's like all these fucking clubs, top of the mountain clubs, where people don't even fucking have skis.
Is your mission worth the suffering of playing in those clubs?
If I knew that that could help me, if I knew for certain that playing in that would lead to that, it might be worth it. But I am also a person who is very, very connected to my emotions and myself, and like I can't stay unhappy. It's not good for my mental health. So I don't do things that I don't do things that I don't like doing. And that is, I believe that there's a path forward in life like that.
Would you sell everything you had if it would save your mom's life?
Of course.
So how much do you like these people you want to help?
I love them. I literally am that.
So do you think you would be willing to deal with people you don't like for a little bit so you can help those people forever?
Yes. But I have to find something to sell them.
Good news, you're in the right room for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I honestly still feel stuck on like what I would have to offer something on this.
Okay, we'll get to you too.
Okay.
A weird gift that I heard you mention before that I'm seeing. Is this valuable if I,
Please,
okay, yeah, I don't, because you, okay.
go for it.
Your meditations, you can steal from the rich, like Robin Hood, and bring it down to the other people. This is wealth, this is knowledge. You can give this to people that need it. But your meditations is, I feel like, a gateway into these rich people would pay for that. And the people who can't, you can offer that for free. But you can find, I don't know, that was one of your three things that you said you were good at. What was the other one? Acting and
Sales and meditation.
So what if that's your thing? Like, these people are needing peace. If they're struggling, they're needing peace. They're needing a regulated nervous system. You can't do anything in survival mode. You can't bring wealth in survival mode. So what if that's like, and what do you feel about
I
that?
like that. I mean, I do. I like that.
That's all I have. It was
Yeah,
like itching.
no,
It was like
get
an
an
itch I
offer.
needed
Thank you
to.
for that.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Sid.
Sid Dana.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing.
No, we're on the same boat. We're somewhat stuck, and your experience, we can relate. Yeah. Thank you for going there. By the way, you're a powerful manifester. It's no coincidence that your mom called right at that moment.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. You came back shifted and ready to receive. Yeah. And at the end of the day, rich or poor, there's still people. You're helping people.
Yes, you're right.
Helping souls.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Give it up for these.
Absolutely.
I got this feel from yesterday. Your presence was. You have a huge heart.
You
I
do.
feel like I really feel like I relate with you. I mean, it's like just talking to you. It's just like it was easy for me because I can feel your authenticity and your vulnerability, and like I see my reflection in you. I wasn't here for the story, but like I'm already picking up on just what it's saying. I guess the one thing I want to say is just like remind yourself that your cup has to be filled before you pour into somebody else's cup. So I understand like you want to help this person and that person, da 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 da. But like when you expand yourself too much, you drain yourself. It's on mom again.
Get it, machine.
Hey. It was butt dial.
Is it manifesting your mom again?
Hey. And she goes, "Oh, Dana called me back." Thank you, Dana.
Yeah.
That was like the main thing I want to say, like because you have a huge heart. I can tell. Like sometimes we tend to over pour and we feel drained and we feel like we're lost. Like, dude, yeah, you get to fill your own cup.
It's really fucked up because that's something I'm trying to work on. It's like because I just naturally pour into people and it's fucking exhausting. I do want to get paid for it.
Yeah, it's the hard part.
Dee, I have something for you. Your gift is you're naturally a very emotional person, and that's beautiful. And you don't ever have to ask for permission or feel bad that you're gonna cry. Like that is what you bring to the world, emotions. God, the universe always gives each one of us a different gift, different element. Yours is emotions. But the opposite, the polar opposite of that is logic. And it's understandable that coming from seeing all in emotions, it's just a simple mathematical thing. If you give 100% to that which gives you the least return, eventually you're gonna draw. And this is why they've said it, like they hate actually working.
I just feel like I'm abandoning. I clearly have some fucking resistance.
Yes, let's go there. So look, what he said about putting the oxygen mask is true. But what are you doing in an airplane when you put in the oxygen? What is everybody trying to do?
Save our lives?
Exactly, survive. But guess what? Survival is a temporary thing. The world is stuck in it. Once you get out of survival, then you no longer have to be serving the whales or whatever. It's just a temporary. Once you put your oxygen mask, now you could be all about them because you've already learned how you're self-sustaining. That's the one thing I hear people when they say that analogy, that it works because the consciousness is there to survival. But imagine a world, the new Earth. We'll get to live that. In my vision, that's what it is. It's evolving so fast. What do you think, guys, here? What do you think you're in this room, right? You'll get to see it where it's not about surviving anymore. We have robots and things. Now you get to express that most authentic part of yourself. This thing about being Robin Hood and serving the whales is only tied to how long you will break free and where you go where you haven't gone before, which is into the unknown, into that logic, and you learn to balance both emotion and logic. You don't have to choose. It's about learning to dance with both.
Thank you for that.
Very well said.
I'm sorry, guys. Thank you.
Do not apologize. This is what we're here for.
We love you.
We appreciate your vulnerability and working through it. And we're all here to hold this container for you.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make money.
We want you to make money. Yeah.
You get to. Yeah.
I want to make money.
Yes.
And I know that I can, that I feel worthy of it, but so I guess.
No more walls. There's no this rich people. They're all people. They're all souls. It's the same energy. We're all one. If instead of when you're whatever it takes to resolve for you to serve, anything that's stopping you for serving, period, is resistance.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being ballsy to stand up to all my voice and tears and
Absolutely.
standing your ground in spite of all this. Because I didn't want that to push you away. That's just how I was going to express myself. So
Of course. You want to hug it out?
Yeah. Let's give it a group hug. There we go.
thanks, guys.
You're so welcome.
Such a beautiful soul. Should do a reunion like thank you guys.
Okay.
Would you like some water?
I have some.
Who's next?
Who's next? Aileen's been so patient. Thank you for your patience.
She moved up close. Yeah, that's awesome.
I was?
Front row. Yeah, you're moving closer.
She's upgrading. All right. So what's your offer so far?
I help intuitive women feel more confident in their dancing in 2 months through a community of empowered women.
All right. Okay. So what you're doing really well there?
So she narrowed it down to the women. It's specific.
Yes.
Dancing.
Intuitive women. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got the who, you had the time frame. We do it in 2 months. How is your offer related to health, wealth, finance, or relationship or purpose?
I was thinking more health through more of a
Health.
wellness lifestyle, just because dance is one of the most joyful expressions, and usually people use it for therapy, and it brings community together. So I was thinking health.
Okay. So how can you communicate that in such a way so that somebody who's not healthy will go, oh, that's for me. I want to get healthy.
Maybe by combining it with other exercises.
So that's going to be how you do it,
Mhm.
right? But we also want to communicate in a way that people who are unhealthy, right? So what
But I don't want like unhealthy people.
you don't want
I'm
unhealthy
not
people?
trying to target like unhealthy people.
Mm,
Usually my audience already are kind of just like me. They're single, they're fun, they're already wellness intention, they're already
Okay.
kind of independent. So they're already kind of like me.
got it. So if I'm Jeff is busy.
Can you read it one more time?
If so, for example, if I made Jeff an offer to get in shape, would he buy it?
No.
No, because he's already got muscles. So
This is more about confidence because that's usually what the women want.
okay, so confidence can be a mechanism, absolutely. Can it help them get wealth, relationships, or their higher purpose?
Relationships.
Probably it's going to be the relationships route.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Could be purpose too.
Your inner femininity, your inner goddess through dance.
That's what ChatGPT said.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So in a similar way, you could do that too, but you're gonna just make more money up front if you sell for relationships.
Okay.
Because I just want you on the fastest path to making a bunch of money. And then you can be like, well, I really want to just help women with more confidence, which is great.
Okay.
But if you go out, like if you went out in the street today and say, hey, women who don't feel confident, buy my stuff, how many of them are going to buy?
That's true.
Right? But
All
if
these
Huracan,
relationships.
yes, if Huracan goes out in the street and says, hey, misunderstood nerds, I'll help you meet amazing, beautiful women all around the world in 24 hours without fear of rejection, how many of them are going to want to buy from him?
What if I say by becoming more magnetic, because then they can attract relationships?
Right. So that's going to be the thing that gets them the relationship. So you would say you help aligned women find their soulmate in, what was the time frame you said, like 2 months or? Okay, in 2 months without dealing with fuckboys, without relationship drama, without what's the without that they don't want to have to deal with to find the love of their life? Without lowering your standards. That's a good one.
You could always ask, wasting your time, wasting your time with the wrong people.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? Is that lining up? Do you want to make adjustments? How are you feeling on that?
It's not as magical as I want it to be, but it's more practical.
How about, something that dance does, it gets you in your body. Sometimes, at least I'll speak for myself as a woman, I can feel insecure. I could feel not confident. And I would imagine a practice that gets me into my body and maybe even tapping into the divine feminine, that will make my body a safe space and also put me in the seat to receive as my divine feminine requires or something.
Yeah, that sounds more magical. But is that practical? Because that's what I think in my head too.
So, okay, that's, and you can add this into your sales presentation, into your VSL, right? So like all this stuff is really, really good sauce that you can add into the recipe. But at the core, you want to offer that's so hot that people self-identify, right? Like
Yeah.
I help postpartum Jewish women get back to their pre-pregnancy weight, right? That is so specific that any postpartum Jewish woman who's trying to lose weight is going to say, sign me up, right? So the more tangible you can make it, the easier it is to get interest on the offer. Now, our friend Corbin, he doesn't stop there. He also tells them all the stuff that's going to be involved with them losing the weight. But that's the second phase of the process. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're going to help them understand how it's going to, increase their confidence and all the amazing things it's going to add, but you want to cut to something they really, really want on a practical level first, so you at least get their attention. This is your attention getting magnet.
Oh.
So you can stop chasing fuckboys and draw into your life your soulmate.
Do you want it to be about relationships or more about the woman?
More about the woman and community, but then that comes after.
Well, the way that a woman can avoid fuckboys and draw in her soulmate is by knowing her worth and not standing for bullshit and allowing men to play their role as she sits in her divine feminine and knows who she is.
Yeah, that's what dancing gives.
Yeah, so you could even sell it like avoid fuckboys and find your soulmate. Do this program with me in 2 months, and then it's about getting them into their body.
Exactly. So the thing that they want is the relationship.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get them into their divine feminine to reach that goal. But if you go on Instagram right now, how many women are out there saying, ladies, let's all activate our divine feminine? How many of them are out there?
No one.
No one is talking about their divine feminine. Everybody is talking about it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They're all talking about
They're
it.
all talking about it. So if you come out there with a megaphone and say the same message, you're going to get washed out, right? But if you come out and you say, I help aligned women find their soulmate in 2 months or less without dealing with fuckboys, you cut through all the noise.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, do you eat healthy, organic?
Super healthy, yeah.
Okay, so maybe like so that it has your essence, you could say to organically attract your soulmate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take elements of what you do and infuse them into this statement so that it doesn't feel like inauthentic and actually you can resonate with it.
Oh,
And that's true too, because if a woman shows up not confident, she's not necessarily going to draw attention anyway. However, if a woman comes in that room and she's safe in her body, and confident, so everybody's going to be drawn to her. So you're even helping them with confidence. Like everything that there's so many things that they could be served, that they could create out of working with you. But he is identifying a great bait.
Yes. This is the bait on the fishing hook to get them in the room. I think I've told some of you about my friend Simon, but I was trying to get him to. We were at lunch, and there was this table over here. Just imagine Simon's over here eating, and there's a table over here with someone I needed him to meet. Right? I was like, hey Simon, you should meet MJ. She's this really cool person. And Simon's like, yeah, whatever, right? Because he was like having a good time with his girlfriend and whatnot. Now I know that the one thing that Simon cannot resist is dessert. Because every time we go to dinner, I'm like, Simon, I don't want dessert. He orders 3 desserts and we end up sharing them, right? So what I do is I go to the kitchen and I'm like, hey chef, do you have any dessert? He's like, yeah, we've got brownies. So I take the plate of brownies, I sit them on this table with MJ, and I start eating the brownie. I walk over, I'm like, hey Simon, what do you think he says? Hey, where'd you get those brownies? I'm like, oh, they're over there at that table with MJ. He's like, okay, cool, let's go over there. Boom. Now he's there. Now he's meeting MJ. Now we're planning a retreat, right? I needed him at the table to actually plan the retreat, but I couldn't get him by just saying, come over here and do this thing that we need to do. I had to use the brownie. And then I'm like, come over here. Look, a big plate of brownies. Hey, guess what, Simon? I also have a bowl of ice cream that's en route, right? So you use the bait to get people into the thing. You sell them what they want, and then you give them what they need.
Okay.
Yes. Now, of course, your bait should be aligned with you, right? Like you don't want a bait that's completely out of alignment. But is it going to be your favorite bait? Is it going to be the highest thing you could do for someone? No, they get that when they're at the table, but we're going to bait them in first so that you can actually help them.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Are you good at takeover? I need to visit the facilities. Sweet. You're very welcome.
We love you.
This is not my. Where's the other mic? Oh, this is the live stream mic. Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
No worries. All right, guys, how we doing?
Great.
Excellent. All right. What have we learned so far? What did Josh teach you guys? Specificity. Who's feeling more clear on their offers now? Who still has questions about their offer now? You?
Yeah.
You? Okay, again, you don't need to know. You don't need to know right now. I just told you what your offer is. You teach them acting, you teach them sales, you teach them how to meditate, you teach them how to control their emotional state. Do you think people will make more money if they do that?
Yes.
Obviously, right? Yeah. So there's your offer. Right? We call it like, I don't know, like to become unfuckwithable. I like that name. But the name doesn't really matter. Okay. All of you right now is just explaining to homie, right? That like for this, a lot of you are getting too far in the future. A lot of you are thinking that you need to have it all figured out when you're not even close to being ready yet. How many of you could post on Instagram and get a sales call in the next week? Raise your hand. That's what's up. There we go. How many of you can't do that? Or think you can't do that? Because you actually could. How many of you think you couldn't book a sales call in the next week? Everybody thinks they can book a sales call in the next week?
You mean like
If you
have a call and have them get on board?
no, just at least get somebody to book a sales call with you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I could do it.
Okay, cool. Just by posting on Instagram. All right. Okay, well, you're a real business guy, so it's like it's okay. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of you could actually, literally all of you could. So, and then if you have a sales call, why couldn't you close them? What would stop you?
Money blockages.
Money is so it's your own state that would stop you. It's not actually like anything to do with them. That everybody feel that way? Everybody feel like it's only their own state preventing them from closing sales calls in the next week?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're gonna resolve that. What's up, bro?
What would you suggest they do about having imposter syndrome because if they don't have offers yet, they might have the identity to sell the offer?
Yeah, that's actually it. All of you have an offer, okay? Who feels like they don't have an offer right now?
I don't have specificity for sure.
We'll talk with you later. Sydney, what's up? Okay, how could you help me? How could you help somebody?
I don't know how to niche down.
What skills do you have?
I'm an herbalist. I'm a caretaker. I know how to get down to the root of someone's problem. I can see through people very easily. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank now.
That's fine. Okay. Imagine who have you helped in your life?
Everybody.
Everybody. Okay. What's the person you've helped the most? Tell me about him.
My brother's a king of mine.
Cool. What did you do for him?
Sobriety.
Okay. And how do you help him to get there?
Wow. See his worth and like not who he's believing himself to be.
How do you do that?
Identify what his limiting beliefs are, like the negative thoughts in his head, I guess.
Okay. Okay. And so then once you identified them, how did you shift them?
Remind him of what's true.
Okay. And so what happened when he did these things?
The shift. It's like
No, what shifted in his life specifically?
the change to get sober.
Okay, but what happened when he gets sober?
His life improves.
In what way?
He has a purpose. He has a word.
Like what? Okay, what's physically different? So he's clearly is he still hanging out at the same bar but just drinking water instead of booze?
No. Okay.
Right? So what is different about his life?
His habits, his actions.
How so? What habits?
Choosing not to engage.
What is he engaging in now that he's not engaging? Does he just sit at his wall staring at it, right? He probably does not. What has changed?
Oh, replacing habits.
With what?
Something more beneficial than drinking.
What is the thing that's more beneficial that he does?
Multiple things.
Name some of them. You don't know.
Journaling can be a thing.
Great. What else?
Figuring out what's there that's making you have to go on something.
Okay, but so he just journals. He spends all the time that he used to spend drinking journaling. Okay, you don't know. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But do you see how when I'm like, oh, I replace your habits with more positive things, none of us have any idea what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's my
No, it's just a problem because you need to define things. Okay. So clearly, do we all see sales and how really it's not the benefits? We see how we're selling benefits, not features. Right? We see how the features are simply the vehicle to get the client to where it is they want to go. Does that make sense to you? Okay, cool. So then what we need to see is, okay, well, logically, they're going to have to justify this. We can find out, okay, so let's say you go and help people. Pick one that you feel like is most aligned with you: health, wealth, relationships, or higher purpose. Higher purpose. Okay. So then, if you're going to go help people shift to your higher purpose, imagine, right? Imagine someone that's not living their higher purpose, right? What does that look like to you? No, specifically, not general vague words, their specific life. Describe them like a character.
They're barely getting by. They don't have enough money to get by. they don't know what they're doing. They're waiting.
None of this is specific. So this is what I want. Okay, this is what I want to hear. They're working a dead end job. They hate it. They work all the time. They barely have enough money to scrape by. They're probably worried about providing for their loved ones. They probably want kids one day, but they can't have it because they're working a dead end job that they hate. Because they hate their job, they have no time for themselves, so they're not able to be with their friends, so their social circle also sucks. And because their social circle sucks, they're not going anywhere because they have no inspiration to do anything, simply because they have the belief that they're not worthy of doing the things they want to do, so they never start it. They don't post on TikTok, they don't post on Instagram, they do no effort to actually expand their social circle because they're trapped at their dead end job they hate, simply because they have the limiting belief that they're not worthy. Does that make more sense? Yeah. You see why I'm like I'm kind of putting some pressure on you to like tell me? Yeah, exactly. So ultimately, that's what we need to be thinking about, right? Like, because this is not a general person, and if we want to go a little bit better, like a better target market, because none of us actually want to be selling to people working at McDonald's. Miserable. They don't have money to pay you. They don't really show up for themselves. So what would be better is you go and like work, I don't know, Dana, you're going to be more successful at this immediately because like you're a little bit more experienced than Sydney over here in life and in professionalism. Where it's like, okay, maybe you go and work with women that are in corporate that want to shift out, that know they have self-sabotaging limiting belief patterns, which you then identify the root of those problems being both physiological, which you can solve with herbalism, like Homie over here, and then you can also go and do your journaling, your meditation, whatever spiritual techniques you want to look at those limiting beliefs and then resolve them so they have higher self-worth, which then leads them to go and get a better career, go and be able to go after promotions, be more self-confident, which is going to make them more money, but it's also going to improve their relationship. It's going to allow them to inspire their children more. The same thing, but it's how we frame it. Right? Do you see the incredible specificity in which I'm describing people? And Dana, that's good sauce for you to keep in mind, just so you know. Right? Do you see the difference here? So it's really like, how do we talk to the target market, right? Like, so is it more clear on like what your offer could be? No?
I don't know why there's so much confusion.
It's okay. It's like probably a limiting belief. We're going to resolve it in hypnosis. Don't worry about it. Okay. But the first step of thinking there's a limit, the first step of having a limiting belief is thinking you having a limiting belief. You think there are times when I go and spend all of my money repeatedly in a new city that I'm not from, where I'm paying for hotels? I didn't wonder, oh, fuck, what if this doesn't work out? The question is, how long do you think I entertained that belief for? That's the difference. I see the belief, I say, fuck it. Feel really anxious, I'll do a spell. And it works. Right? You can do it too. It's not hard. I'll show you guys some wealth spells if you want. Join my school.
Done.
Yeah, let's go. Serious value, guys. I mean, come on. One spell, $6 grand before breakfast the next day. For fucking breakfast. It's easy. But I put a lot of pressure on myself. And I have the skills. And I have the Instagram. The social funnel. And I have like at least enough confidence in myself to be like, no, it's gonna work. Pay me. I know it works. It keeps working. Okay. But like what you need for your offer, what you really need is you got to go and like let yourself picture the person that you could help the most. You see the like incredible specificity in which like now we don't even know what the heck that we're doing, really. We're just like figuring it out as we go. Because for most of you, how many of you in here have sold a coaching offer before? Raise your hand. And you've actually delivered on it. You? Dancing coaching. Okay. But like you were selling it more as like a commodity, not as like a relationship service, like you were talking about with Josh.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. So what's really important for you guys to do is realize that when you start coaching, it's okay that you have no idea what you're doing. We all just take a deep breath and realize that it's okay that we have no idea what we're doing. Perfect. Because I didn't have any idea what I was doing. But I had a result. Grew 40,000 followers, 50,000 on TikTok. I don't know, maybe 60, somewhere around there. And then 10,000 on Instagram within like, I don't know, I counted, it was 67 days exactly from when I started my Instagram. Well, I just started posting on my personal Instagram to when I grew 10,000 followers, which then made me realize, okay, I know what they're doing. But still, do you think I felt fully sure of myself that I could definitely get results for everybody? Consciously, yes. I allowed myself to feel that certainty because I know that frame is the one that leads to results. Unconsciously, obviously, there were blockages. And so it's important to realize that you just commit to showing up as the person as much as you can that's going to help them to hold the frame. Realize, I mean, I've had people pay me and then ghost me, right? You can't help everyone, really. You can't. You can't actually change everybody's life. You can open a doorway through. When I paid my YouTube coach 7 Gs, did he do his best? Certainly. Did I show up even like in a quarter of the capacity that I needed to succeed? No, I didn't. I stopped posting videos and went to Thailand instead. Had a great time. It was fun. My whole business fell apart though. It's still fun. Still one of the best decisions in my life. Made me realize life is really good when we let it be. Okay? So I need you to take a deep breath today and just realize that it's okay that you have no idea what you're doing. If you want this life, you're gonna need to dive in the pool. The water's a bit cold, but you'll get used to it. Okay? You have to realize, like, you have a page that's called coaching on the end of it. I forget the actual name, but like it's literally called coaching. Okay? So if you didn't want this life, you wouldn't have a page called coaching with 3,500 followers. Would you? Right? So at some point, for you to actually start coaching, are you going to need to sell an offer? Or you're just LARPing? Right? You're going to need to sell it. So before you sell that offer, whether that is in next week, tomorrow, or 5 years, is the same anxiety going to be there? Yeah. This is what I mean when I said yesterday, the world of the nawal, the world of the dream is frozen. The tonal changes. But if Sydney doesn't go and actually sell an offer, is she ever going to get more confident in being able to deliver coaching? No. Never. Still going to be unknown. So what do you have to do, Sydney, in order to actually go and like be a coach? And sell it. Yeah, you have to sell an offer to be a coach. Or somebody pays you, you're not really a coach. Because part of coaching is committing via your resources, your money, to getting a result. Make sense? So now do you have a bit more clarity on what your offer could be? And realize like why you were actually like pretending and psyching yourself out thinking you don't have an offer? Yeah. Because actually it was just like your own anxiety that was making you think you don't have an offer. All of you have an offer. Literally all of you. What did I do for you just now?
From what I remember,
Speak loudly. You're a coach.
from what I remember is freaking okay. So my offer that have been thinking about after our conversation is
How about you
I'm
guys?
tying in health with purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, honest.
And what else?
I don't know.
Come on, you remember this inner child.
Inner child energy. That's what I mean.
What? Okay. Does this guy look like he has fun? Does he look like he enjoys life? Yeah. For sure, right? Does it just like emanate off of him? Literally, right? Yeah. So who here doesn't like going to the gym? Raise your hand. Don't be afraid. I don't like going to the gym. I'm no shame. Okay.
Like that, like that.
Okay. I'm gonna let myself like going to the gym because once I move to LA, I'm getting fit. I'm gonna be buff as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
You get fit without going to the gym too.
All right. Well, that's what his offer is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun. Who here would like to go and be fit without going to the gym?
Yes.
Yes. Who would like to be more fit by having fun?
Yes.
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
All of us, right? So if we go and commit, going and working with homie over here, getting more fit by having fun, does that make sense as an offer? Right? But then you got to go and work on your confidence.
I got to write that down.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, as I was saying, from observing a lot of people that do this, it's not instant. While you could theoretically, and you actually have all of the knowledge to execute on booking and closing a sales call 1 week from today, within that, I mean, fuck, I did it in 24 hours after having no money and checking out of a hotel in the fucking lobby. Thankfully, it's a nice hotel, Aura.
Wait, you sold someone in the lobby that you met? Or
No, it was on the phone. It's phone sales. Yeah, I'll do that next time.
Yeah,
Let's go to Vegas, bro. Let's go to Vegas, man. Well, you guys think that me and Alex can go close some people in a hotel lobby in Vegas?
That's a live stream.
Oh,
Yeah, of course, right?
We're already
Let's go. Let's go. How much you want to bet that I can't read your tarot cards? Yeah, I'd do that. And you don't think I can't read? I'll bet whatever you want. Well, I don't know. I'd have to trust you first. I have to make an oath with the gods that you're going to be real. And if you scam me, well, worse for you. Anyways, all right. So all of you have an offer. Sydney, I know you weren't here yesterday. I'm going to go and I recommend going and we're going to do a little bit on content. Do you struggle with content at all? Okay, cool. So who else feels like they still struggle with content despite being here yesterday?
Well, since Sydney wasn't here yesterday, maybe she should do a hot seat.
We should do a hot seat. I agree. Sydney and Eileen, both of you guys. Yeah, both. You said you were gonna do it today. Okay, come on. Yeah. Okay, both of you guys are doing the hot seat. Okay. Okay. Come on, keep your word. Keep your word. Who here felt the hot seat was incredibly valuable and they have way more clarity on how to post content since doing it? Who here has recorded and posted a video since then? Yeah, because he paid me $8,000. Who has at least recorded a video since then? There we go.
I did. It's crazy because it's actually my most viewed video.
There we go. Look, does it work?
1,200 views.
There we go. Does it work? Are you not confused how to be in the fucking 300-degree jail anymore?
Yeah, that honestly that opened me up, and I was like, oh wow, I can do this. It's like it's easier than I thought. I think it's just my self-limiting beliefs kept me from that, and really just I mean, I'm just gonna leave you with that. It's my self-limiting beliefs was holding me back, and just the fear of judgment, if I'm being honest too. But man, like that was like I woke up and I'm like, oh shit, I got 8 comments. What the fuck?
There we go.
And I got 1,200 views. What?
There we go. See, it's actually easy.
Yeah.
This is the one I posted yesterday.
Look,
Kinda crazy.
3,000 views. Transmission for Ascending Alchemists.
And 11 shares and 11 saves.
God damn.
19 comments. Yeah, 19 comments. So like, and that was a hot seat video. That was the fucking hot seat video.
Yeah, look how easy it is, guys. Y'all think that I have some special sauce, and I do. But you get the same views as me.
We all have it. It's just, and that's like, that's the first one. It's the repetition.
The first fucking video.
The repetitions.
Most of you are stuck in 300 view jail. You think you are. People complain that they're shadow banned. They just don't believe in themselves.
I was bitching about it.
Yeah.
Okay, genuine question though,
Yeah.
for real. Because like I have 7,800 followers for music.
Yeah.
And the music thing is cool and I love it, but I don't share like the actual wisdom and this whole spiritual walk of my life. And I was thinking about starting like a separate account purely for the spiritual thing because it would be kind of weird to me slightly. Like I look at
I think you should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should do it.
Yeah.
As soon as you think like, okay, this is important. One, followers. How many of you guys think that followers mean something in terms of making money online?
No, it doesn't.
Anybody? Nobody thinks that?
To a degree.
It has an effect.
It does have an effect.
Yeah.
But there's people that make like 5 times what I make with like 1,000, 2,000 followers.
Yeah.
They have a seriously good offer.
Yeah.
And all of their followers are rich as fuck. A lot of my followers are brokies. That's honestly who like spiritual things tend to attract for the most part. However, that doesn't mean that like there aren't people with money that you're going to attract too.
Right.
So followers honestly is a vanity metric. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But to answer your question,
Yeah.
we want to remove all the friction from posting. All right, that's the really important part. Because the only way to go and build a digital reflection to go and get momentum is to remove all the friction. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to go and let ourselves just be free, let ourselves post. And the reason that literally, I said I was going to easily ROI this month without the internet because sales is that powerful. But for most of you, you're not going to do that because you need to go and like build a lot of small skills. Does everybody see how there's like a lot of moving parts to like swing this thing? Yeah. How there's like, not only do you need those 3 areas of content, offer, sales, but there's all these micro parts of each one of them that you're going to need to learn to actually like be able to make, I don't know, 10 grand, right? That's why it's helpful to work with someone that knows all the parts. Now that you need to, be shorter, it'll happen. However, doesn't mean, did I go and pay somebody immediately? No, I posted for a year. I made no money, or practically no money. And then I decided after a year of doing that and being like, man, why the fuck am I not making any money? Why the fuck am I just selling a fucking supplement? Maybe I should work with somebody. I paid someone $8K for a call with their like sub coach that just told me to track a fucking spreadsheet. So I said, fuck this. I didn't do it, but I still closed deals. That's sales, all right? That's the actual skill of making money is sales, okay? But if you don't have leads, you don't have an offer, are you gonna make any sales? No, for sure not. So what do we need to do? 1, we need to actually stay consistent. We need to keep doing, pretend I'm putting you in the content hot seat every day for the next 6 months, okay? Raise your hand if you're gonna pretend that I'm putting you in the content hot seat every day for the next 6 months. Okay, so the next time I see you, all of you should have at least, we're doing at least 1 video a day. This is what I did when I started. At least 1 video a day, shooting for 3 videos a day. This is what I made Alex do. He's gonna speak on the transmission of that. So it's made him do 3 videos. How long did that take us? Like what, a half hour?
Yeah, baby.
Half hour with thinking, with overthinking.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Half hour with overthinking to go and post 3 videos. So can all of you dedicate, and if once you stop overthinking, it'll be like 20 minutes. Might take you an hour at the start. But like you literally, like, what did I say? You just have to snap out of it. You have to like literally stop thinking and imagine that you're like talking to somebody that actually cares what you're gonna say. It's that simple. You like get out of your head, project your voice, hold an intelligent conversation. The only two things you should ask yourself before you post a video, and even the second one might be a little bit too much, but it's like, is a standard that I personally use. A, this is one I always use. Is this in integrity with me? So I don't lie. So if it's not in integrity, I'm not going to say it. Second, does this make sense? Like, is there like a coherent chain of logic that actually like leads to some sort of conclusion? I'm not a comedy account. Well, I am funny. It's not a comedy account, right? It's the cosmic joke. Okay. So those are the only two questions. Is this in integrity? Does this make sense? You can say something that's in integrity. Can all of you say something that is in integrity and makes sense? Yes. Everybody should say yes right now. Yes. Yes, exactly. Can I ask a question? Yeah, for sure.
My question is about the videos.
Yeah.
In integrity and makes sense.
Yeah.
And all the videos where it's like we're speaking to and about potential clients for our offer.
That's a good way to think about it. However, if I tell you yes, then you're gonna get confused. You're gonna like try to like I don't know, like self-qualify. You're gonna try too hard.
Yeah.
In a simple way of putting it.
Yeah.
So no, but yes. Because you need to stop thinking. You need to turn off that part of your brain that like judges, filters, and then tries to like make yourself sound like somebody else. Because the only way this works is by being yourself. You guys get the feeling that I'm like putting on some kind of act right now?
No.
Have you ever gotten that feeling at this seminar?
No.
Yeah, I'm putting on the act of channeling myself and just being myself. So it's not really an act, is it? It's just like, this is who I am at a capacity that is expanded from who I was. Does that make sense? This is me at a higher level than I was. For sure. This is my first seminar, guys. Come on, pretty epic. Right? Thank you, guys.
Do our names get put on the plaque?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, come on.
It's on tape.
Ah, yeah. Let's go. We'll make a plaque. Everybody go and sign something. I'll get it done. All right. But it's important to realize that we're not filtering ourselves. We're becoming more of ourselves. That's what Jove does. Jupiter, the god of expansion and sovereignty and authority. Even if you're like, believe whatever you want, but those are qualities you need to succeed in this. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're becoming more of ourselves in every way. That's the actual like abstract understanding of what we're doing here. Becoming more of ourselves when we talk to the phone. Becoming more of ourselves when we go and talk to clients. Becoming more of ourselves when we make an offer. Becoming more of ourselves when we make sales. Becoming more of ourselves when we coach people. Does that make sense? Like that's actually just the one thing we're doing in multiple different areas. Yeah. Right? Because the version of yourself that's like really like beyond all the social conditioning, beyond all the fear you've picked up, beyond all the scarcity mindset, beyond all the confusion and all the other things in the underworld, this is you. You can help people. When you actually give a shit, Sydney, like when you were going and working with your brother, you actually gave a shit, right? So that's why you got results. So could you actually give a shit like for other people that aren't your brother? For sure, right? You just didn't have what? What did you not have with all the other people until now that you had with your brother? Confidence and it really is confidence. It's confidence and desire. Both of those. They're kind of the same thing, right? So when you go and have the desire to do it, you're like, fuck, I cannot watch my brother die and feel like a piece of shit sister, let her brother go into alcohol poisoning. Like, obviously, you're probably not going to care as much about your clients as your brother. I mean, come on, right? Who would? But you care like maybe like 80%, 50%, 80%. That's pretty good. That's like a B, right? Maybe 90%. You're going to get an A+, right? So,
and a lot of this boils down to permission as well, right? If her brother is going down the tube, so to speak, at a certain point, her brain just goes, well, fuck it. I better do something or it only gets worse from here. So how do we lower the threshold to permission, right? Like most of us probably wouldn't on any random Tuesday run into a building and start screaming, right? Because that's a little wild. But if something bad was happening in that building, like it was on fire, you might run into the building and start screaming, guys, there's a fire, get out of there, right? You give yourself permission to do something you wouldn't normally do. But guess what? Did the fire give you permission? or did you give yourself
There's other
permission?
people that won't yell.
Internal authority.
Yeah.
So you could actually give yourself permission to sell. You can give yourself permission to make content. You can give yourself permission to help people that are not related to you. But it's all up in the head. Oh, I can help this person because they're X, Y, and Z, but that person I don't have permission for.
Yeah. Wait, this gave me a good idea. Raise your hand if you would be the person that would like yell in a building that there's a fire. Everybody? Would everybody do that? Some people would not do that. Roberto, would you not yell at a burning building there's a fire?
I would definitely yell, sorry, but my shoulders hurt.
Oh, that's okay, bro. I just wanted to check. Okay, so everybody would yell at a burning building there's a fire.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? There is a fire and everybody, they're fucked. Straight up. Pretty much everybody is literally fucked in one way or the other. And you are the person that can yell at them to fix themselves. Like in the same way all of you guys were fucked if you by posting content and not doing that before coming to this seminar. So you needed me to yell at you. Okay? I love you. All right? That's what
I had to, when I was in Bali, it was a festival, day 0, and I kind of had to do the equivalent of screaming because they brought this huge sculpture of these ubus into a crowd of 10,000 people. There's 40 men carrying it. It's like thousands of pounds. And I saw that it was a dangerous situation. People were potentially going to get trampled. I was like helping move people out of the way, like literally pushing them. And then they started to rotate this bamboo structure. It was like almost the size of this room square. And as they rotated it, the corners of the bamboo are at head height. And it started to spin really fast. And I saw what was going to happen, that it was going to fucking take off someone's head. So I physically ran to it, held the corner, and I'm screaming at people, "Move! Move!" And literally, like 5 people, I had to do this and like bump them out of the way. And it was a metaphor for what I have to do in the bigger picture.
Yeah, exactly.
To fucking scream at people about like what's coming to take off their head in the terms of like what's happening to this planet, and like we're gonna have to shift.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's gonna make a ton of money doing this, because he cares. Right? The more you care, the more deals you will close. I know. I was talking to homie. I was like, "Listen, bro, you're in the school. It's fine. However much money you have is good. Paying me to work one-on-one with me is not for everybody, honestly." But I told you, I was like, "What did I tell you?" Oh, you're chewing. I'll tell you what I told him. I told him, post content for 3 months, come back to me. I'll give you a good deal on a one-on-one. Yes, I'm going to charge you, because if I don't, you're not going to value it. You're going to make 10x in one deal what I charge you for the one-on-one. Okay? And does anybody doubt that? No, right? So this is the actual game plan for all of you. Go and post content like your life depends on it. You know why? Because it does. You know what's coming? AI. You know what's coming? Fucking dollars going to fucking shit. You know what's coming? A collapse of America in one way or another. The Pluto return. I'm not here to make like doomsday predictions, but I did tell you the ancient prophecy, and every time the world ends. So, I mean, it's probably, I don't know how exactly it's going to end. It says this one's going to be in earthquakes, just so you know. May not mean literal earthquakes, though. Probably not. It might. But the earthquakes spiritually represents the shifting of the earth. Does everybody see how the earth is shifting? How we have AI, that we have like humanoid robots that are going to come out in a few years? Place all the McDonald's workers.
They're already out.
Yeah, they're already out. Yeah, they're going to be like mainstream then. They're on the billboards. You can go and buy your fucking Elon Musk made. Soon people will be like buying Elon Musk girlfriends and boyfriends and, you know, like all those other shits. And, you know, personally, I like it real. I'll leave it at that. Right? I think you guys like it real too.
Analog.
Analog, yeah. There we go. There we go. But like the real seed of this whole message is that your life actually does depend on doing this. And you can go home and you can convince yourself it doesn't. And you can wake up in 5 years and be like, fuck, dude, I actually showed up to this seminar. I did the hard part. I made it here. As I said, someone paid me $350. Someone else paid the VIP and never showed up. Did anybody here pay for VIP? $500 add-on that you saw when you filled out the form? Anybody do that? No. I still don't know who that guy is. I'm gonna give him a call. He's a good lead though. Same with right? But like literally, this is the hard. You've done the hard part. You actually made it. You got to hear the transmission. Right? So take it, because your life actually does depend on this. Okay?
Can I say something?
For sure.
I want to say, pour a little out to the guy or girl who paid $500 for the VIP and couldn't make it, because I think that that was probably something personal that they couldn't get themselves into this room.
Real.
And so I just, if they're in the sound of our voice, I want to say, you were missed, and be brave, and you can do it next time.
Great advice. Great advice. Give it up for empathy. Because she sells. That's how you sell things. You be empathetic. I was honestly just like, man, maybe they have a fucking conflict. Maybe they're lazy. I honestly didn't know. I was like, I literally was just like, I was not computing in my brain. It's like, you paid $500 and you don't show up. Okay, thanks for the money. Cool. The seminar room ain't cheap.
It sounds like a move. Some, like, for instance, if I would pay it.
Yeah.
So to make sure I win.
Yeah.
Because I'm so good at backing out the last minute.
Yeah.
That I almost backed out of yesterday.
Yeah.
But I'm so freaking glad I didn't, because I'm in the room with so many like-minded people and great people, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you for being here, Dana. I'm so glad you're here. All right.
Thank you.
Very welcome. So you guys are like seeing kind of like the actual frame, like why we cannot just be like, oh, positivity, love, and light. Like, yeah, that's cool, right? But like, are all of you sometimes worried about money?
Yes.
For sure. And so if you're not like actually being real with your own worry about money, that is your nervous system telling you to do something. Like fight or flight exists for a reason. If you're being chased by a jaguar, you want that adrenaline. Right? Like, I don't know, like maybe a jaguar is already cooked, right? But like, you know, like right? You get the picture. Right? When you're in an actually dangerous situation, your nervous system is going to like tell you to do something. And so the key is to getting that like feeling of like, yo, I need to do something, to actually do something. Now you have all the keys. Literally, if you just actually were like took what I said today as gospel of like, yo, this is how to make money online, print infinite money. This is how to print your own money, guys. Is that exciting to you? And you just do it? Do you have any doubts that this is gonna work? Who has doubts that this would work? Anybody? Be honest, please. Please. No one has any doubts that like, what's up?
I still don't have my offer defined.
Okay, it's fine. What do you want to do?
The first thing that comes to mind is purpose aligned branding, person or soul line branding. Soul line branding for either personal brand or for business.
That's cool, but like, I mean, all right, can I give you a tip?
What?
Can I give you like an advice? Okay, cool. So you just told me outside that you sold out like hella venues.
Yeah.
Does everybody do that?
No.
I didn't, bro. I wish I sold out hella venues. I'm about to sell out one with Alex. Get on the wait list. It's gonna be lit. And I'm serious. Go. Someone go and write down your emails. Can I have a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Everybody that wants to be on the wait list, write down your email for our epic party right now. Okay, we're gonna pass that around. No pressure, but hey, it's gonna be epic. You're gonna wish you went for sure. Anyways, so you just told me you sold out a ton of events. How many music artists have a problem not selling out events? Most.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll pay to learn how to sell out events?
Yeah, but I just don't want to do that. I just don't have any drive to do that.
Okay.
I have a lot of skill sets, but I feel like the number one thing that I bring value to is seeing what someone is truly passionate about, seeing even if they're doing it successfully, maybe they're not doing it in the full form that is aligned with their soul's mission, and giving them the full, going through brand therapy, sitting with them, sitting with the archetypes that they align with, sitting with their four pillars, and figuring out what that full package and refinement of their soul is in a visual and messaging and what the avatar of their dream client is, and giving them that full package that's truly aligned with their soul.
Okay, let me ask you a question then.
Yeah.
Why did you tell me you don't have an offer?
Because I don't know if that's strong enough.
I want in.
Yeah, look.
Especially if you hope.
I want in.
Like, because a lot of things that are with a personal brand can be in line with events also to help build up.
So it's actually, this is why we're doing the wealth hypnosis at the end, because it's actually confidence. I'm gonna let you get there. It's two things that you need. One, you need authority. Right now, I look at your music page, I don't know that you know any of that, so I don't trust you. But the lucky part for us is, who feels like they don't have authority? Who feels a bit of imposter syndrome? Anybody? Come on, be honest, guys. So you know what's funny? Does anybody doubt that I have authority? Anybody doubt that Josh? Well, Josh's authority is a bit different. He just has the Thora, but like. Anyways. Okay.
So if I could just give a little bit of feedback too.
Please.
You got the two offers there. If you came to Brenton 2 weeks ago and said, dude, I sell out venues, do you think you could have closed him to give you money to sell out this room?
Probably.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
So were you hearing the conversation I had with Aileen about bait versus what they actually need?
Sure.
So your first offer is much more bait, right? Like, hey, I'll show you how to sell out venues, but you're going to do it by getting really aligned with your personal brand.
Yeah, that's probably how you did it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, boom.
So lead with that, because that'll hook them in, because all musicians are like, I don't want to play music in front of a room of nobody. That's a pain point.
Yeah, I don't want to sell to musicians.
You
Okay.
can sell to anybody. I mean, we're musicians.
Yeah.
And you want to be involved with our party, you already are.
Yeah.
But like, really, like this is really great marketing sauce that Josh just gave you. You sell them what they want, you give them what they need. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
So like you
Yeah, overall, I'm noticing like that not resistance, but the same pattern. Like the very thing that we're trying. I started with D over here, and
I literally, I mean,
that's like a
we have
miracle.
already connected, but you and I we're so, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, and I'm wondering if well, I spoke with Thor over here, and he's like, no, I've always been like that. But was it the same for you? Like, do you always have that certainty?
No.
Well,
Not at all.
Remember the first video we shared yesterday?
Yeah, come on.
It was a different person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a choice. It's just who do you want to be? And you do that more. So the thing that I was getting to is if any of you like want to like be an expert in something, you do not need school. You do not need a degree. You don't need the approval of anyone else. All you need to do is yap to your phone. Literally. Once you have 10,000 followers on something, nobody doubts that you're an expert, even if you don't know jack shit about it. You go scroll Instagram if you think I'm kidding. You'll see people that don't know jack shit, have a lot of followers, make a lot of money. So the only thing, and how do we go and get there, right? Well, the wealth hypnosis, join my school community, pay me for one-on-ones, like all those things are gonna help. But like really what it is you want to go and just keep yapping, okay? It's like the Dory, with like just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, right? You keep swimming through the field of landmines of your own self-destructive tendencies and you will get there, right? You learn from people that are doing it. You go and learn, oh, look, there are, I'm on Instagram. I've been on Instagram a lot. I don't really scroll that much anymore because I love my life. But like I have. So, like if you look at Instagram, you'll see, and especially if you're looking at something, you'll go and see people yapping about what it is that you want to yap about because you're interested in it, okay? You can go and steal their hooks. Just look, oh, what are they doing? Then you go and you talk about similar things, or you put your own spin on it. You just keep yapping. And eventually, I don't know how long because all of you are different. Everybody's coming here with a different level of confidence. Everybody's coming here with a different level of expertise. Everybody's coming here with a different level of experience. There's going to take different times for all of you. But I know that as you do it, as you post more videos, you'll get more better. You'll get more followers. You'll eventually go and get more authority, which is initially internal. Like you don't actually need 10,000 followers to close deals. I just tell you that because, once you get the like 10,000, it stops being a number and you have the K, and you look a little different. When you close $1,000 deals for, 5K, 10K, right?
It's like, we'll get to that in a moment. The wealthiest chess player in the world is mid. Do you guys realize that? Like he kind of sucks at chess. Why? He's got a YouTube channel that absolutely prints because he makes videos on it every single day. And the best chess players in the world don't like this guy because he makes way more money than they do. Because he just talks about it, but he's actually not the best chess player. So you don't actually have to be the best. You just have to have the most videos.
Literally.
But you have a question.
I still come back to like, I know that I can help so many more people that would never do an event.
Well, it's again, you don't pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah.
You say, I'm good. I mean, do I pigeonhole myself into teaching shamanism? Did I sell some of you guys on learning shamanism from me by joining my school community?
Yeah.
Anybody? Cool. Right? So you talk about what you're good at. I'm not opposed. Like, I recommend, bro, don't oppose yourself to making money. You're helping me with my event. You wouldn't if you didn't want to. So let yourself get the cash cow. Hey, I will help you sell at your event. Charge. This is a super big key for you guys. Charge a price that makes you excited to do it. If someone paid you 20 grand to go and promote an event that you felt like was at least decent or neutral for the world, would you do it? Help yeah, right? So like, then it's actually not like an excitement issue. It's just the issue of your own scarcity and your own ability to think that you can find those leads and then close them, okay? So we want to charge enough to where we're just excited to do it. That's why I charge what I charge to work with you one-on-one. So I charge $50 a session. Am I going to be stoked to show up?
No.
No, fuck no. Like, why the hell am I doing this? Why am I teaching you how to make 10 grand for $50? It doesn't even make sense. So I'm not gonna want to do it. Like, all right, yeah, post videos. Talk to you next week. Right? So you got to charge a price that makes you excited to actually show up, which also gets a higher level of commitment. So like none of you guys really have an offer problem because none of you are there, right? Like, do any of you guys currently have leads coming in for your offer that you're not closing? Raise your hand if that's you. I don't see any, right? That's not our issue. Our issue is one, developing the digital reflection, where people will start to see us in a way where they could pay us, okay? Then, after a while, we'll have people that are just like, yo, bro, or yo, gal, or whatever they're gonna call you. Hey, I like what you're saying. I think you could help me. That's when you know you're cooking. When people start to reach out to you to pay you. I wasn't ready to handle that when I first posted on TikTok. I was like, oh, you want a tarot reading? You want an astrology reading? $60. I was kind of stoked, you know. It's like, hey, $60. Buy me a freaking few Chipotle bowls, you know. But the end of the day, at least I get the guac extra, right? Now I'm really making the guac, guys, and it's more fun. It's literally easier to make more money than it is to make less money. I'm having the most fun of my life, making the most money I ever have in my life. And it's going to only going up. But that's what happens when you get on the ascending spiral. But it's going to take all of you a different amount of time to get on this spiral. It took me 3 years. Well, maybe like depends on from when we started counting, but I did buy my first mentorship about 3 years ago. Right? Just put down $4 grand because I was like, fuck Uber. I'm doing something different. I'm going to go learn to be a marketer, a copywriter, write stuff for people and get paid for it. It's fun, but it wasn't really my purpose. So it's kind of a circuitous path at times. You know, what you do this year may not be what you do next year. Your offer this year may change. Maybe you want to do something completely different. Maybe you just get shiny object syndrome and psych yourself out because living your soul's purpose is too scary. A lot of you will probably feel that at some point over the next 6 months. I recommend that you actually just do what your soul's purpose is, which is probably what you've gotten clarity on in this room. Probably, very likely. I'm not going to tell you what your soul's purpose is. I mean, fuck, if you want a tarot reading, pay me. However, go and realize that yes, it's always going to be scary. There's going to be resistance. It's going to be difficult because some of you are going to want to ask me questions, but how do I do this? How do I do that? You already know. None of you have difficulty yapping. I've talked to all of you. You're all decent or at least good, or some of you excellent conversationalists. So it's not actually a problem that you have. It's simply a self-belief, which we'll fix with this hypnosis. And then the question becomes, can you hold yourself in that state? Right? Because this seminar is ending today, unless some of the VIP guy shows up, but you guys can join VIP if you want. But, you know, anyway, I'll call that guy. It's a good lead. However, you got to keep yourself in this state. This is not a get money, get rich quick scheme. It's a get rich reasonably quickly scheme, right? It's going to take time. It's going to take time for people to watch your videos. It's going to take time for you to get good at making your videos. It's going to take time for people to trust you, to see you as an expert. It's going to take time for you to go and have a bunch of sales calls, to fumble plenty of them. It's going to take time for you then to learn how to close. And it's going to take time for you to then feel confident in the delivery of your program. Gathering experience takes time. But the more experience you gather, the better you get, the closer you are to actually doing this full time. Right? It takes everybody a different amount of time. But don't rush, but also don't dawdle either. Because like I'm not like lying when I say the world is literally ending. Right? We went through that whole prophecy yesterday. And like it probably may or may not have like horrible earthquakes. I don't know. Probably, hopefully not, right? But like at the very least, the earth metaphorically is shifting. We know that for sure. We can see that very clearly. So right now is the time. You know, in like a couple years, AI videos are probably going to be like the norm. Maybe it'll be like longer than that. But like by the time, like, I don't know, like if someone has a kid and they like raise them to 18, like if someone gets pregnant tonight or someone gets pregnant tonight, good luck with that, right? Then it's very likely that your child will be raised on majority AI entertainment if you're not like independent from the system. That's like a fact.
The other thing to consider is the dead internet theory as a result of AI. What probably we're going to see is all social media and all platforms flooded with so much bullshit AI content that there's not going to be any real attention there anymore. And I hope that's what's coming, is that the interest in this is it's going to become boring because what you're looking at, you can't verify what's real, what's not. And then the collective attention is going to turn here to what's interesting. And then, you know, if that shift occurs, I think it's coming. then there will no longer be this Black Mirror opportunity. Well, not in the same way.
Yeah, it'll be different.
And when that shift occurs, do you think having sales skills is going to make you more money when people want face to face? Do you think having a good offer is going to help you print more? And like just being able to have great conversations because you've been hooking for the last 5 years? Do you think that's going to make you more money when that happens?
Yeah, these are the skills that let you print money on demand. Your certainty that you can help someone is literally what creates your own dollar bills, right? And it's any amount.
Anywhere, anytime.
Exactly. Because we'll always have some medium of exchange. I mean, imagine, right? The world ends and we're all using fucking gold and silver again. Do you think I'm going to be able to close people on tarot readings? Of course. Hypnosis.
They need to know what to ask you. It's your neighbor's house.
Maybe I'm not closing them on content if the phones are gone. Do you think people will still want to get rid of their cat allergies? Right? When you have skills, when you can help people, you will always want that. But you need to realize this is the way, right? There is not another way. There's other business opportunities, and if you want to do them, good luck. I wish you the best. But like ultimately, getting leads, having an offer, and making sales is the way to make money. There is not another way. This is literally the way. And if you want to close people high ticket, I'm just telling you what works for me. Also works for a lot of other people. You know, Josh, as I said, Josh, you run like Facebook ads for dentists, right? Like,
I help them with their sales.
no, I know that's your offer, but like, how do you get your leads? Organic, organic or paid?
The leads are referrals and conferences.
Right. So he doesn't even have to do the content because he has a great offer.
Offer, guys. Remember what I was telling you about the offer? If it's so good, you just get referrals because people want to send you.
Yeah. If you go and make the greatest decision of your life, when homie goes and makes 10K in like less than 2 months, you think he's gonna go tell one of his friends, "Am I paying me? I'll give you a referral."
Absolutely.
There we go, bro.
Yeah.
Right? When people make the best decision of their lives and they change for the better, you know what happens? They tell people about it.
Share it. Yeah.
That brings you business. So like again, Josh is a completely different business model, but we're not here like bringing a fucking like sell shit to dentists conference. All right, it's not as sexy. Love you,
No.
Josh. Yeah, exactly. Josh.
But we should talk about what's actually going to lock this change in.
Yeah, let's
right?
go.
Because we're all here, we're all feeling great. We are getting offers. We're feeling more pumped about our coaching, our sales. But if an alcoholic has a come to Jesus moment and says, "I'm going to stop drinking," what happens when he goes back to his day-to-day routine?
It's worse.
If his friends are all alcoholics and he's a bartender, is he actually going to follow through with his commitment?
Probably not.
No. What is going to happen to all of you the moment you go back home and you get back to your environment, you get back into your habits?
Drift.
You will go back into your default operational mode.
You're fucking cooked, bro.
So there's like 2 ways you could actually not fuck yourself. Way number 1 would be to go home and like immediately move, like completely turn your life upside down, right? Like you could move to a new city, you could ditch all your friends, you can get a new routine, you might have to buy an expensive camera. You have to do something, right? You don't need all that, but it's your routines that are killing you. So you have to kill the routine or they're going to kill you. Or you could continue to have this every single week. You could be around people that continue to lift you up. You could create a new environment and a new habit for yourself that actually supports your mission of sales, offer, and content. How many of you are in the school group?
Let's go.
Those of you who are not,
You're in the school group, Dana.
do you think that it might keep you actually following through with your results? Like maybe or like definitely? Okay. Who's not in school yet, but wants to be? Okay, you're not. You too?
Sure.
You don't want to be?
It's cool. I learned everywhere, so.
So why haven't you figured out your offer until today?
The school
So structured, but.
You know it's SKOOL, the online learning community.
We're not talking about going to
Bro, trust me, I would.
No, there's a group for the school.
Yeah.
Good context is important.
Yeah.
There's a school group where everything that Brett shared, both yesterday, some of the stuff you missed, is laid out in a course. So like if you ever feel like you're lacking motivation, you can literally just turn on your phone and watch Brenton tell you to do it all over again.
Yeah.
Right? So there's that. Then every week we're gonna be live to actually give you feedback, let you know what's working on your content, and keep you motivated to stay going forward. And then third, everyone is gonna be in the group. Like, have we all felt supported by everyone in the room today?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you actually want to lock in change, I don't know, maybe you should be in school if you're not already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 99.
Are you joining school? Yes? Okay.
Let's
cool.
go.
We're gonna take care of that.
So right now,
Yeah, I'm gonna help you with that.
okay. So there's 2 offers to join the school. First, real quick, does anybody that's not currently working with me one-on-one want to go and learn more about working with me one-on-one? Does cost 5 figures, $10,000 for 6 months. My personal attention, undivided, calls once a week, tarot, hypnosis, everything you need. And if you go and like master this stuff, I'll teach you how to be a wizard. Anybody that wants that hasn't already talked to me about that, raise your hand. It's fine. Anybody want it but think money's an issue for them? Or they just want to see if we can work something out? Okay, cool. We'll talk about that, Sydney. But for the school, anybody else? Cool. So we'll talk about that afterwards, Sydney. But for the school group, for those that want to go and do it, there's 2 offers, okay? I recommend taking the more expensive one because it's more of a full send, but like that's an individual decision. I guess 3 offers because I did say prices were going up today, and I'm a man of my word. However, today, well, I guess just today, what we're doing is you can pay $1,000 upfront for the whole year. If you do that, I'm going to pretend like you just paid me personally for 2 one-on-one sessions. So you get a one-on-one session now to go and work through your blockages, get you clarity, go and do Hero, hypnosis, coaching, get you instant clarity, and then a second one later. Or you could do 500 for 6 months, do the same thing. If you want to go and just have 1 session instead of 2. Or you can pay $99 a month and just do that, be a part of the group. I will be uploading it. I will be also receptive. A lot of you want to learn magic from me, want to learn some of the shamanic skills. I will be teaching that, but again, the main focus is going to be like my priority for you guys, because as cool as some of these like magic skills are, this is the real magic that has changed my life, right? Like, does everybody see how like learning cool tricks and doing things in your dreams and like obsidian mirror gazing is cool, but like this will definitely change your life more than that? We can also see how those things can supplement those skills, right? Like when I was freaking had negative $47, the fact that I did a spell helped me close 6K, right? Partially mindset, partially magic, right? Like that's magic is the real mindset, you know, and realizing everything's connected, realizing the power of your intent. So we're going to be teaching magic there. But like our main goal here is to be able to change the world. Honestly, is that everybody else's goal? Or is that just my goal? Okay, cool. Right? So those are the offers. If you would like to join the school group, Huracan, you're going to talk to Josh. Does anybody else want to go talk to Josh? Eileen, you want to join? Okay, cool. So you're not going to do it. That's fine. It's good. Price is raising, but that's fine. If you want to have a conversation with Josh, you're welcome to. Sydney will talk. Okay?
Bless you. Thank you.
So anyways, I recommend you join, but it's okay. I don't need it. You might need it. I hope you got it anyway. Honestly. Take this. Go and crush it. You got this. And you 2 are doing the hot seat, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah, we're about ready. But first, I want to answer any questions that anybody has, and then we'll go and do another content hot seat for a little bit. Anybody have the time for me?
6:31.
Cool. So we're going to do like a half hour of content hot seat, or maybe like a half hour to 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Our videographer, our lovely videographer, Liam. Everybody say shout out, Liam. Yeah, Liam is crushing it. Go and hire him for your videography stuff. Very reliable, excellent work. Totally pleased and impressed with Liam. You should put this on your page. If you're thinking about hiring Liam for videography, do it. He shows up on time. His camera skills are great. He's paying attention. You should fucking buy him right now because his prices are probably going to go up. It's a great deal, but it's going to go up soon. So if you're seeing this, pay Liam immediately for your videography event. I personally pay him. I make hella money. My events are lit, and Liam adds to the vibe. Pay him.
Yeah.
There you guys go. Sales is fun. Okay? I used to think sales wasn't fun. Now I have fun with it. And that was the shift. That was literally the shift, guys. I just let myself realize sales is fun. Because selling is caring. I actually do want you to succeed. You know, and like honestly, the school group is not like, listen, I make a lot of money. Okay. So the school group, $100 for you guys to commit. And obviously I like it. But it's not life-changing for me. But it actually is life-changing for you. That's the difference. Okay. So does anybody have any questions that we want to go through before we do some more content hot seat? Come on, now's your chance. Otherwise, you have to pay me $99 a month. For sure, Dana. What's up?
The part, the visual, not the visual hook, but the words,
Yes.
the word hook,
Yeah, the text hook or the verbal?
text hook,
Yes.
text hook. That comes after the idea of the video.
I mean, if you're really like, what I would typically do is I will go and find like I will go and just say like whatever the most like ripping hook that I possibly can is in the verbal hook, and then I'll figure out a way to recontextualize the verbal hook as a text hook. So it's like I don't think of them before. You know, like if you do think of them before and you're like planning out your videos a little bit more, that's fine. I like to go into flow state a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So I just like go and I just yap and I'm like, oh, huh. Like for a lot of you guys that are like worried about content, a lot of this takes practice. Like you guys see me record content, you see me ripping, and then you go and wonder, okay, how do I do this? And it's all like one of my clients actually, she explained this to me really well. She's like, bro, right now you are unconsciously competent. I'm still learning to be consciously competent. So who here when I'm like telling them this framework of like call out an identity, give the benefit or intrigue or reason or pain, give the sauce, and then like give the CTA. How many of you like feel like you have to think about it?
Me.
Yeah, for sure. Most of you, right? Does anybody not feel like they have to think about it when I tell them to make videos like that? They're just unconscious. See, I don't think about it anymore. I just rip. But that becomes from because I would spend a lot of time breaking it down. Well, spend a lot of time coaching people. That has then let me go and actually realize what the heck am I even telling people to do? It wasn't I didn't always have this formula. I had other people's formula. They didn't have my own formula. Right now, homie does it on his first video and gets 3,000 views. It works. Okay. So, but also because he has aura and it is interesting. Just so you know, it's not just a formula, right? Okay. You guys can have aura and be interesting too. But like, I don't know. Getting that much drip takes effort. Yeah, so whatever. It's all gonna take effort, okay? It's all gonna take effort. But to answer your question, really, I'll go do the text hook, and I recommend doing another content hot seat for you, Dana. Go and do the verbal hook, trying to think of like how to create the most intrigue, the most controversy, say the most new words too. Like this is why my videos rip. When I'm like, Black Mirrors are way older than your smartphone and that Netflix series. They're actually controlling reality, and if you watch this whole video, you'll learn how the prophecy of the Black Mirror is literally going to change the entire world. Before yesterday, none of you really, I mean, some of you watched my videos, obviously. You still like intrigued enough to go and make an effort to come out here. Not that easy to get people to drive from wherever the fuck to wherever the fuck this is, to get them to sit for 8 hours, 2 days in a row. There are easier things to do. However, you know, like the more unique words, the more like you can go and say things that are unique, the better off you'll be in your videos. So like always think like, how can I like not be generic anymore? How can I say the words that other people aren't saying? You know, like I don't know, someone brought up Margot Miller. I think it was you, right? Really? Okay. Someone else loves Margot. A different Margot. Whatever.
Oh, I brought up Margot. I'm sorry. I thought you said Margot Martindale, the actress. Sorry. Okay.
Margot Miller is really good at this. Remember, she's like, old souls are going to suffer a lot, but as soon as you stop, like, I don't know,
She really does. She does it.
right? Nobody else is talking about it. So when you're going and thinking, who do you like? You say, I like Margot Miller. I even did a video. I was like, fuck it, Margot's ripping. Let me just rip on her. Old souls are going to see this message. You guys have suffered a lot, but it's time for your ascension. And that video ripped, right? It's not as unique, right? Like I sort of have my own unique thoughts that I actually talk about. All of you guys do too. It does take effort and energy to like get your own unique thoughts going, honestly. However, it's really important that you ask yourself, how can I be more unique? That's the most important thing. Because there's so many generic videos. Everybody's uploading videos. Everybody wants this job. Most people don't get it. A, because they don't invest in themselves. B, because they don't bother to learn. C, because they quit. If you don't quit, you'll probably get there, right? The speed of how much you want it is going to determine how much you invest. And I'm not talking about just money, although that is a part of it. Like I said, I've spent like mid 5 figures on learning. So I know a lot. Because there are systems, there are rules to this game. Or more like guidelines, I would say. There aren't really rules, there are guidelines. Right? And if you don't know the guidelines, like you're not, it's gonna be very hard for you to make it. There's people with hundreds of thousands of followers that make no money. One of them almost came to this seminar, but didn't. It's okay. Still, very important to remember, like to learn the rules of the game which we've learned in a lot of detail this week, and actually played with. Okay? So like observe, like we literally all of the data for how to succeed in content is in front of you in every single moment. All you have to do is scroll reels and you'll see what's working. Then you have to just be honest with yourself. What are they doing that I'm not doing? Right? Because like, yeah, Margot drives around in a freaking like G-Wagon or like something like that, right? Looks cool. That's actually not why people listen to her. The conviction and the uniqueness is why people listen to her. How do I know? I do not drive a G-Wagon. Yet.
Do you still consume much on social media, or have you effectively kind of, let's just say, relatively stopped 80% of the doom scrolling you did?
Not since I've been in LA. My life is too fun.
Yeah. Okay, so since LA.
Yeah, like before then, I mean, fuck, I was embarrassed for my screen time for a while.
Yeah.
Especially when I was smoking weed. Also, if any of you guys are smoking weed every day, you should probably stop if you want this to work.
Yeah.
How do I know? Did it for a long time. Yeah. You want to be clear-headed for this to work.
Did you see your engagement change in any way when you stopped scrolling or consuming as much? Same exact.
This is the secret.
Yeah.
You got to really simplify, okay?
Yeah.
You know how to get more views?
Yeah.
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 Everything else that is not yapping more, and you just delete from your brain as to asking why you may not be getting views on social media.
Yeah.
Other than actually yapping more, yapping better.
Yeah.
That is it. That is the secret sauce. Everything else doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everything else is maybe 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Yap more, yap better.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that matters.
Hmm.
Because my goal here is to give you guys simplicity, right? Because complex shit doesn't work. So I was like, oh yeah, you need to go and have fucking click funnels. You need to go and like learn all these funnel hacking. You need to make like a 7-day email nurture sequence and make a lead magnet that's going to prime people for your coaching offer. Who the fuck knows what that means? Josh does. You do. Maybe Dana. Yeah, but like, who wants to do that though? Instead, I just tell you guys, get Claude to build all of your shit. Sign up. Do you get the wait list? Come on, bro. Always be closing. So business partners. Always be closing. All right. Okay. He's getting the wait list. All of you guys are signing up for our epic software that's going to do all that Claude shit for you. Easier and faster and better. But, you know, like, sign up for it. The wait list is free.
I know you said yapping is the key, but what about trials?
Again, I don't do it because I'm lazy. Not that it doesn't work. It actually does work. What is wrong with this mic? Trial reels work. Everything works. That's what I want you guys to know. That's why I like try to make it simple for you. Because everything works. But because everything works, you need to have focus to make anything work. Okay? So trial reels works. I just don't like, I have to ask myself, do I like bouncing a video multiple times, uploading it multiple times, and clicking the trial reels button for a few extra followers? Personally, no. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. I just don't like it.
And really, the only advantage to trial reels is if you don't want your followers to see what you're posting. And like, why is that happening? Mostly it's because you're ashamed of it, which is an internal thing. So just fix that. But otherwise, if you have a bomb video, do you think Instagram's going to be like, oh, they did a regular post, I'll only show it to the followers? No, Instagram wants to give your video as much distribution as it garners retention, right? Instagram has one goal: keep people stuck on their phones as long as possible.
He
So
gives you everything and he takes from you everything.
yes. So as long as the video is engaging, it doesn't matter if it's a trial reel or a regular one. The algorithm goes, oh, this is fire. Let's show it to everybody, right? So yeah, just make it simple, post reels.
Just swap the live stream mics for your mics. Yes, last time.
It's a 10% engagement rate. You're going to get a 10% engagement rate from 100 people, rather than if you just posted it to your actual audience, it would be a 10% engagement rate with 1,000 people. And on top of it, it gets even worse because if trial reels sees a piece of content that doesn't do as well to its select 100 people, then it's actually going to kind of like chop you at the knees if you try to put it out to your actual people. And that comes from experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Like, if it doesn't get a good reaction from 100 people, it goes Why should it fit 1,000 people? Where if you just put it out and you're 1,000 people who are blind actually react to it, then it can maybe go to.
If you guys want the secret sauce for trial reels, this is it. And it just requires you to be like less lazy than me. Maybe, bro, we should think about automating that in our software, right? But like the actual sauce is you take your most viral video, you change the hook or you change the ending, and you just spam post that shit to trial reels. Run up. Whether that's 10 followers, but I mean anything. Yeah. Go to the magic. Right? The actual thing. Fundamental thing that'll do it. Be more of yourself when busting. Be more of yourself when making an offer. Be more of yourself when closing. And inspire other people to be more fully themselves. That's what I try to do for you. That's simple enough? Is it all clicking now? How this all really works together. Excellent. Anybody else have any question? No, now's your chance. Really, no, please. I'm ready for any. You know, we'll lower if you really feel like you need to ask a stupid question right now, you can.
What was the biggest shift for your?
For me, I mean, coming out here, bro, by far, just going and being like, oh, I mean, I think to myself, and this is what happens when you're magical, is I think to myself, okay, what would happen if I learned hypnosis? I think that'd be good for me. I was watching Owen Cook's videos. I was like, he was talking about his friend Marcel. When Marcel was 19, 10 years ago, or 9 years ago, he went and ran out a seminar, and then they became best friends. And I was like, you know, that sounds neat. I was like, and then I know this guy Sho Nomoto, this like really good looking Japanese guy with like a cool style. He goes and he's a hypnotist now too. And I was like, okay, Sho Nomoto is ridiculously paid. Marcel's obviously ridiculously paid. And I was like, huh, I should learn hypnosis. Because I took 6 months off my business, guys. This is why I say it comes in waves. When I went and got back from Mexico and I was signing people for $500 a month to just do pure social media strategy for them, 4 people ghosted me after 1 month. So I was like, fuck this. This is too much work. I'm going to go back to what I was doing, which is just closing people on marketing. So I took 6 months off of not trying to make any money. I still make money because it's like it's easy to make money when you have this together. People still were like, hey, I want to work with you. I want to DM you. I want to pay you. Like, cool. I'm in the business of taking people's money and giving them services. So I will take their money. But I didn't try whatsoever. Then I go to think to myself, like, okay, like I really need to go and like make my offer more of myself because I'm not just a marketing guru, obviously. I know a lot of things. I'm a real guru. I'm not like one above you, but I do know some things. Do have some aura, do have some power, all right? So like I realized that I couldn't operate in integrity and my own integrity to myself by just going and teaching purely marketing strategy. It was also getting boring to me too. It's like, great, post on social media. Here's how to optimize your hooks. I mean, do my videos look like most social media videos? Obviously not. So I asked myself, I was like, what is the move here? You know, I was like, okay, I'm not quite sure. Like, it's been 6 months. It's really time, or it's been 5 months at that point. It's really time for me to make a level up here. You know, because it's like, okay, well, I'm still making money. You know, like I'm still working, closing marketing deals, making music again, having fun. You know, like, but ultimately it wasn't fully satisfactory. And then I started doing tarot readings again. I just closed ridiculous amounts of tarot readings, like in person. You know, so in-person business works. It's not as efficient, but hey, show up. But before, when I was making like I don't know, like 3, 4, or 5K a month, what happened? I was close going to do a tarot reading for $500. No, I hit my highest ever single session day, $420 from like 30 to $60 readings in person. Catch me in person at a fair, I'll give you a good price. Online, more expensive. I don't, you know, that's for me. Anyway, I do those readings. I close 450 in one day. People are tipping me hella, and I'm like, fuck, I am really fucking good at what I do. So then I go and think to myself, I'm like, okay, like what's the key here? You know, I go and like then Marcel calls me. I think to myself, I should learn hypnosis. Then I go and like there's this chick at a club that's like walking around. She's like with a drug dealer posse, and like she just looks at me, absolute cutie. But she just looks at me. I could tell she was like had a bad negative entity or something on her. Like, all right, take a deep breath, breathe all the heavy energy out, guide her through an energy healing. Totally shifts her perspective. And I was like, this is 2 days after I thought I should learn hypnosis. I'm like, oh, wow. I kind of know hypnosis already, actually. That's what I think to myself. It's a very clear shift. Then 2 days later, I'm on the phone with my boy, Dom, one of the guys I work with and coach. And I'm like, I was just chatting with him. I get a call from a number in LA. I'm like, you know what? Like, fuck it. I'm gonna pick up this random phone call. It's Marcel fucking Klein on FaceTime. First, I'm like, bro, is this really you, Marcel? Like, is this AI? And he's like, no, it's not AI. It's not that good yet. He talks really fast. I was like, bro, but like, you're Marcel and you're calling me. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, I am. It's not AI. And I was like, but for real? He's like, yeah, for real. I was like, well, I suppose we're at an impasse here because I don't know what you can do to make me believe you're not AI. But I think to myself, I'm not going to say that, you know, because I'll at least play along. And I think to myself, take a different water if it's not you. If it's not AI. He does that immediately. I'm like, fuck, this AI is good. And then he goes and shows me. He's like, look, he's like, he's not doing a seminar. I think he's training his sales guys. He's at his dinner table with like 20 people. He's like, look at all my people. I'm like, oh, that's cool, bro. I was like, I can't believe it is really you. Later, I actually meet someone that was like, bro, I remember you. The guy that didn't believe it was really Marcel. That guy's hella cool too. But anyways, so I goes and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Marcel, I was like, if this is Marcel AI, I'll let him close me, right? So he's like, okay, what's your card? And it's like, let me go to my car. I forgot my wallet there. Go down to my car. And who are at my wallet? He's like, okay, you ready? He's like, here, let me go to the other room, take down your credit card. I know you trust me, but I know my boys aren't gonna steal your fucking card, but I get that you might not trust them, so I'll at least just so you feel better about it. I'll go into the other room and I'm like, fuck, this is not AI. This is actually Marcel. I'm like, wow, what a trip, right? Like you're actually talking to me. I kind of trip out for a little bit. Like, you know what, bro, this is crazy. You know what's wild is 5 days ago, I think to myself, I should learn hypnosis. And then you call me. Like, what better sign to learn hypnosis than having the richest hypnotist in the world, probably ever, other than perhaps Franz Mesmer himself? Marcel probably has more money than him, though, adjusted for inflation. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. Marcel's stacking. And also, Mesmer got, like, killed brutally, I think. Anyways, not important. Well, the world's most richest and successful hypnotist personally called me. I'm like, wow. I was like, I want to learn hypnosis. So he goes like, oh yeah. And he closed me on his seminar that he's doing for his birthday. And I'm like, wow, it's your birthday. You invited me and gave me a discount. Like, here, let me give you a tarot reading. It's like, okay, how long does it take? 10, 15 minutes. I got you. It's like, oh yeah, I got it. Let's do it, bro. Sure. He's like, okay, good the deal. Interested in the tarot reading. And he's like, oh, by the way, I'm trying to learn hypnosis. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, for real. I just thought of it 5 days ago. And then you call me. What a trip, right? He's like, okay, cool. Here, let me send you my hypnosis course. 2 days later, I go and I need to pick up my computer charger that I left at my friend's house. And he's like, don't meet me at my house. I'm visiting this other friend who is our mutual friend. It's like, I won't get into, but is an interesting character for sure. The landlord at his house is his longtime friend as well, and is a hypnotist. And so I was going and listening. I was talking with him, and I was like, bro, you know, like I just watched this Marcel video. I didn't know Marcel for very long. I think I'd seen him on Instagram reels. I've been like, oh, this guy's stacked. But it's like, you know, honestly, money doesn't really impress me that much. I'm like, okay, just because you have money, like there's plenty of people with supercars. Fucking Josh knows all about it living in Miami, right? Just supercars, who gives a shit? And you can rent it, you can scam it, you can do whatever the fuck. Not everybody makes money in a good way. I'm like, whatever. You know, the money didn't impress me. The energy impressed me. Oh man, let me go walk around and realize that I can change your life with a fucking 10 minutes of a snap of my fingers. That's impressive to me. That's a real Toltec. So I get closed on a seminar. He sends me his course. I go ask my other hypnotist friend, is this legit? He's like, yeah, it's totally legit. Actually, I learned the same thing. I do it. And it works. I was like, huh. You want to show me a trick or two? He's like, sure. Let's go. So he shows me a trick or two. And so I have a little bit of my own hypnosis riz, you know. Go and learn the EMDR technique. You know what? That's what we're going to do today. Glad you asked the question. We're going to do the EMDR technique, which is where we actually look both ways while we're in deep hypnosis, and it will reprogram your body. So a lot of you, while we're doing that, we're going to look both ways. You can practice it now. You don't need to. I'll explain it more. We go and we'll look both ways, which activates both sides of the brain. And he did that, and he got rid of a jaw pain that I had from when some investors scammed me out of the last of my money when I was posting on Instagram Reels for the first time years ago. And he fixed that. Like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Again, that impressed me. I enjoy healing. I like healing people. So I go and learn. I go out here. I even just being in the, like, Marcel sends me his course. It's half on hypnosis, half mindset. Half it's money mindset. He goes and gives me the formula for how he goes closes any call in 10 minutes for any amount. I'll give it to you guys. You know, that'll be my parting gift to you guys. You know, we'll see. You'll execute on it. Dana, you can't execute on it, but your sales training will like be like, oh, but isn't it supposed to be an hour? So it's like, I don't know, like a couple G's already using this. 15-minute sales calls. Pay me. Works. I'll give you guys that, and then we'll go and do the hypnosis. Anyway, so I go and start making a ton more money. Like I used to average like 150 per like day doing tarot, like sometimes more, sometimes less. Every single day I read tarot, I'm hitting 3. At least. Because it's a mindset. Even if it's not logical, it actually is a mindset. So already before I came here, I'm in the right mindset. I have to go book my flight, pay for tickets. I go and say, fuck, fuck going and making a bunch of money. Instead, what I'm going to go do, I'm going to go to Barter Fair. I'm going to go out and just say, fuck it, and go party with some hippies and hypnotize some people for fun. I'll make a little money. Actually, I spent it all at Barter Fair. It broke even at least, but it's good, better than most. But still, I go out to Barter Fair, come back, go and do a bit more tarot over the weekend. It's like a weird opportunity, but it's like it works for me when I need money. Now it's like I have other ways to make money, and my money mindset's a lot stronger, my funnel's stronger, so I go and can charge what I want at a much higher pace and get people better results. So anyway, come here. I go to LA. Finally, it's the time. I'm like, you know what? Like, I've been fucking stoned all the time. What would happen if I didn't get stoned? Because there's been plenty of times in my life where I've wondered, like, I'm making like no money. I'm stoned all the time. Wonder if there's a correlation. Pro tip, there is. Be clear-headed. Do I seem like stoned? Or do I seem clear-headed to you guys? Clear-headed. For sure. That's because I am. Right? But I did get the idea to do this seminar while smoking one joint. So there's ups and downs. Still, being high every day, being intoxicated every day is not really a path that is effective for me or most people, what I observed. So anyway, I come out to LA, I do Marcel's seminar, and at Barter Fair, I had met a lovely woman who I'm actually cat-sitting her house right now, which is again, a lovely coincidence because I hadn't seen her the whole time I was in LA. She offered, after I thought the Owen Cook seminar, I was like, you know what? It would be really cool if someone wanted to offer to go and have me stay at their house for a little bit. I'm getting tired of hotels. And that happens hours later. The mojo is very real, guys. The mojo is very real, but you have to go and believe it, and you have to go and have the frame, and you also have to have spiritual power, which is cultivation, cultivating your energy and not losing it, allowing your thoughts to be the electrical things that they are so they materialize very quickly. That's magic, and you don't need spells for it. That is the spell. You are the spell. The frame is the spell. But sometimes if you enjoy it, you can do spells. That's the joke of it all. Anyways. So I go to my Marcel seminar. I talked with Daisy a little bit, and she was like, you know what? I just have this vision of me reading tarot cards on Venice Beach. I think it's going to be really profitable for me. Pro tip, it was not really profitable for me. Made no money. That's okay. There's the vision. It was following my highest excitement, taking it as far as I can take it. So while I'm over there at Barter Fair, it's like it's like a low-key Burning Man type event. And I go and tell Daisy, it's like, you know what? I'm sold. You sold me, Daisy. I'm going to go and stay out in LA a little longer, even though I bought a non-refundable ticket. What I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go and just say, fuck it. Fuck that $100. I'm gonna stay out in LA, have fun, right? So I come out to LA, go to Marcel's seminar. It's like a 3-day thing, and it's great. I learned some money mindset stuff, get hypnotized, wealth hypnosis. But still, it's like I'm going out there. I'm like, okay, spend money on hotels. Go and stay with a friend for like a day or two. Then it wasn't really until I go out to the Owen Cook event where I'm like, you know what? What do I need to charge to actually just make money, right? What do I actually need to do here? But although I am making some money, people are paying me from just my old clients and people that think marketing contracts that I do for people, not really making money like that. I'm just like, fuck it. I need to go. So I go out, stay here, buy hotels, then come out and I go to the Owen Cook seminar. He does this free seminar. And I was already kind of sold on this boot camp, but then in the end, I was like, fuck it. I didn't have the money. And I said, fuck that. Actually, I do have the money. Materialized it the next day. I kept closing deals, kept going and working, kept going and just being like, okay, who has a problem? Let me fix it. Boom, I'll hypnotize you. It's fixed. It's all the frame. It's all what you believe you can do, you can do. What you believe you can't do, you can do. What you're scared of doing, when you go and believe in scarcity, that's what materializes. I was like, fuck it. I have enough experience living as a wizard. I don't need to believe in scarcity. Thankful for my friend Neil that reminds me when I forget. Right? That's why it's important to have powerful friends, to remind you of your power. Because if I didn't have all the people that have reminded me again and again and again, that's why one of the reasons I'm grateful for Josh. You guys don't think I felt a little bit nervous when I spent all of my money, my $2,000 on booking this room? We could have a great experience today, right? But I was like, Josh was like, should I get the big room or the small room? We didn't fill up the big room, but I enjoy the fact that we have it. This feels a little nicer, right? What's $400? Actually nothing. All money is free. So just keep on going, keep on swimming, go to Owen's boot camp, learn some skills, learn sales, learn marketing. I mean, I already know a lot about it, obviously. There's always more to learn. It's great to learn from the greats. I booked the room, go and make 10K in a month, make it again in a day. Gonna go and close a lot more. Gonna go and do an epic party. Keep making money, keep having fun, keep leveling up. So ultimately, that's been the most transformational experience of my life is right now. Is literally doing what I'm doing. It's a bit of a long story, but I hope it shows you guys that as long as you follow your highest excitement, you actually trust that you're having that impulse for a reason. Then you go and take it as far as you can take it. I wasn't like, maybe I'm going to go quit. Maybe I'm going to not. Fuck it. I want the same room that Owen was speaking in last weekend. I'm going to fill it up. Who cares? Stay unattached to the outcome and stay positive. Having fun. Even if I made no money at this seminar, I still would have fun. Why? Because I'm smart enough to hire a videographer. Because at least my brain at least knows that for me to do something, I need to do it well. I need to do it profitably. So regardless if any of you paid me or not, I'm grateful for the ones that did. Excited to go and work with you guys. Excited to do great things together. That wasn't important to me. Although I am going to make it like most effective and most likely to be paid from this, obviously. Still, I'm going to be unattached to the outcome because I know that no matter what, I film this, I upload it, learn from my mistakes, and do better next time. Thankfully, now I can justify this to my logical brain as a great decision because I made money. But it's not actually about the money. The money is just a symbol for the value we create, for the level of alchemy that we do in the world. So let yourself be alchemical, guys. Actually trust and take those leaps. But again, this isn't instant, right? Like if I didn't have a personal brand and I think to myself, oh, let me just start posting videos as soon as I have a product that's ready, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna waste $40,000 on making fucking jade lamps like I did 5 years ago. And then when I'm done with the jade lamps, instead of going and talking about it while I was making them, it's like, guys, my jade lamps are done. Not only do I have no experience, I didn't even show, that was actually my first video. I didn't even show you guys those. Those are fucking cooked.
You made jade lamps?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. No, my phone's over there. Someone pull up Feathered Coyote on Instagram. It might be Feathered Coyote Designs.
You're saying you made jade lamps?
I did literally make jade lamps. I invested $40,000 between an art studio, between equipment, between like all this other, paying a fucking jade carver, all this other shit to make jade lamps.
Beautiful.
Yeah, go and pass that around so people can see.
And you're saying that the biggest lesson that you learned at that, or the thing that you wish you did differently, was?
Yeah, if I had taken the 9 months to a year and a half that it took to actually bring that project from nothing to something, and I had posted about it every day, I'm sure I would have turned $40,000 into maybe more than $40,000. Instead, I turned it to $4,000 and then had to actually buy all the materials. And then I had to deal with a fucking art studio that was a massive pain in the ass for years. So this is the consequence. This is why I tell people to post content. If I started posting content any time prior in my journey, when I started learning spirituality, when I was going all in on music, when I was going all in on jade lamps, I would have been successful. Is the product the problem here? Is the product actually the problem? No, it was the marketing. It was the sales. It was everything else, right? So that's why I tell you guys your offer is really the benefits. Right now, I gave Marcel a jade lamp and he loves it. So if Marcel likes something, what do you think I could sell it to him for?
A lot.
Any sum, practically. Any sum. I could probably be like, yeah, it's 20 G's, bro, but it's a gold fuck.
It's magical and the sky's the fucking moon.
Yeah, well, it is magical, but I have to convince him. But luckily, I already did. So maybe I'll bring back the jade lamps one of these days. You know, it's not going to be the same price. I'll tell you that. Actual scarcity.
Should we buy these jade lamps now before they go?
Yeah, you probably should. Yeah, if you want to buy a jade lamp right now at a discounted price, raise your hand. Actually,
Don't tempt him.
actually, you want to?
You saw my sort of.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Or not. The jade lamp funnel is coming back. Maybe I'll go. Stay in touch. You'll see it. You'll be on the wait list. But like, honestly, that's what I wanted to convey to you guys. Right. This is what it looks like. 3 years of putting it all together, shedding all of my limiting beliefs, being willing to level up, leave the shit that didn't serve me behind, being willing to actually show up with like pure confidence, actually like let my soul shine. You know, all of these things. So, like this is what it looks like when you put it all together. The journey is not instant though. It does take time. It does take energy, but you're gonna get there. If you just keep on going, you will get there. But like this is literally what I wish I knew 10 years ago. And now, I mean, I don't know if I do a free seminar, maybe I'd be like Owen, but I would literally be a multimillionaire if I'd done this 10 years ago. But I'll live with it soon, so it's all good, right? But it's cool to be a millionaire sooner rather than later, in my opinion. Yep. What's your question, homie? You're all good.
Microphone question.
Okay. Okay, word. Let's talk about the school. Let's talk about working one-on-one. Josh, for sure. I'm gonna go talk to Sydney, and then we're gonna go do the wealth hypnosis at the end, guys.
All right. Who wants to continue working on offers? I think you did, right?
I'm so down. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He said something out there that brand therapy.
Brand therapy.
Run on that.
That's a big
Brand
one
therapy.
that I